Hey everybody, how's it going?
I feel like my head looks huge.
Feel like your head looks huge. Everybody, does her head look huge?
Like with these whatchamacallits, whatever these things are. Bunk, 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 bunk.
So welcome back to the channel, everybody.
Hi.
May the 4th be with you.
And also with you.
Today is, of course, May the 4th. And yeah, you know, it's I don't really care for Star Wars. So to me, it's just another day. It's another day to drink new white chocolate mocha Starbucks mini frappuccinos.
Boom.
And that is the sponsor of the video today.
I know, I don't like how I look with headphones on.
Also, no, it's cool. So in case anyone is wondering, these are the headphones that one of my favorite people on the face of the planet wears during his podcast, and that is going to be Joe Rogan. And yeah, now we look a little more official. So welcome to the show. Today we are covering everything that we watched in the month of April. What's going on with you?
I don't like the way it looks today. I don't know.
Why? What's wrong with the way? Let us know in the chat. Does she, what's wrong with the way she looks today?
I don't know.
What's wrong with the way she looks today?
Everything.
Oh yeah. Oh, crack that sucker open. Never tried one of these things. Look how tiny they are.
They're literally so small. They're like, wait. Almost the size of my hand.
Here you go.
It'll be like gone.
What do you think? I don't know. Are you a fan?
No. No. Tastes like chemicals.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, right? So today we're talking all those movies that we watched in the month of April, which I don't know if it was a lot. It felt like...
For me, I think it was like 24.
24?
I think. Definitely, I feel, well, toward the end of the month, I definitely dropped off. Like
Can you hit the letter L?
L.
Thank you, and then there we go.
There
we go. That's all I needed.
Yeah, but you can look at my letterbox.
But
it was the last week because I watched a lot, like, of 2 movies in one day.
Okay.
And I think that just kept adding up because I don't put my movies in like a diary like you do.
Gotcha.
So I'm just pulling this out of my butt.
Oh, speaking of diaries, in case you didn't catch it last night, was the evening with Alexandra Boyd. And that was quite an event because it was not only Alexandra on the channel, who is the writer, director, producer, everything on Ship of Dreams. She is also obviously in James Cameron's Titanic. So it was just, and that stream was filled with surprise guests. So
it made my heart happy.
Yeah,
I wasn't there, but I was definitely watching.
Yeah, definitely check that one out if you missed it. It's on the channel, but obviously after this one. Yeah, we got to stretch these out.
I feel like I'm going like...
No, it's fine. Just there you go. Maybe even pull it and then hold it down. There you go. So yeah, we're excited. It was a good show. So check it out. But let's see who's joining us, and then we're gonna get into the talk of movies. Right out of the gate, Adrienne James, you got beat by Nerdy Film Girl. She says, "Hey guys, heading to see Guardians of the Galaxy," which I guess is like the Marvel Star Wars. So that's kind of cool. But wanted to pop in, say hi. You keep killing it with content. I'll catch the replay. Awesome.
Yeah, see, I don't like the setup because I get like half covered by a comment.
Only if it's a big one like that. If it's a normal one, boom, you're good. What's going on, Judd?
Hello.
Horror and More. What's up, moviegoers? Interested to hear your thoughts on Evil Dead Rise. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I think you called it a masterpiece, if I'm not mistaken.
And Sam Raimi was only a producer?
He might have been just an executive producer, which means that he basically did nothing.
He just gave money.
Yeah, Rock Music Forever 90. Hello, Haley and Eddie. What's going on? Hall & Oates. Boom! We got Movie Collector. What's up, Ed and Haley? What's going on, Movie Collector? Good to have you here. Of course, Tony's Movies and More. It's today's his 2-year anniversary on YouTube. And so
Pew, 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 pew.
that's a big milestone right there, man.
Insert Hux. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, right. We got, of course, Laren. Boom. Your head looks totally normal sized.
Thank you.
Nah, the headphones are huge.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a small person.
Well, no, they're designed to be super comfy. So they have these things on top that make, if like you're not wearing something like what I'm wearing or what she's wearing, it makes it comfortable on your head. And then they're extended outward so they're not hugging your head. So they're supposed to be really comfy on one's head. And if you watch the Joe Rogan Experience, you've seen these before. These are the I think they're called the
He does have a big head.
they're called the HD 280 Pros. These things are $100 a piece. So,
And I'm not a fan of him.
well, whatever. Yeah, happy Star Wars Day. Happy Star Wars. That sounds like a X-rated movie. What's up, everyone? What's going on? Dude who loves movies. One of our great moderators. Not just good, but great. One of our great moderators. Okay, that's a 70s show joke. I never watched that 70s
I
show.
love that show. I literally love that show. When they took it off Netflix, I was very upset
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure it's streaming like nowhere.
it's nowhere. You have to own the physical.
I mean, correct me if I'm
Should've
wrong, but like
pushed
when
that
it was taken
there.
off of Netflix, it was like a part of me died.
Interesting. What do we got here? We got Holland Oats. Hey, Tony, Laren, Lepke. What's going on, everybody? Chemically delicious.
Chemically delicious.
Should we have shaken these? Is that was
I tried shaking it before
is
I
that what
gave
the
it to you.
problem was? Best served chilled or over ice. Doesn't say anything about shaking it. Enjoy your favorite Starbucks Frappuccino now in mini cans.
See, what I find funny is that like a Frappuccino is like an iced blended beverage.
Yeah, not a.
So, what's in the can?
Yeah, right.
What's in the can?
Scary stuff. Scary stuff. We got a comment here. I liked Evil Dead Rise more than the Pope's Exorcist.
I think I could have liked anything more than the Pope's Exorcist.
Was James Cameron in the stream yesterday? Well, I guess you'll have to tune in, won't you? But spoiler, no, he was not. I'm not able to get James Cameron on the channel yet. Keyword yet.
Is that like going to be your magnum opus episode?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if that ever happens, that's the end of the channel. A masterpiece indeed. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. Nice, happy 2 years, Tony's Movies and More. Yes. Haley, what does your beanie say? Unis Honest.
Unis Honest.
Unis Honest, that YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's no longer.
That's no longer
around.
a channel. Yeah.
It was a social experiment.
All right, so everyone pop into the chat here. Joyce, good to have you
Hello.
here. Joyce, you were you on last night? The name is ringing a bell and that icon's ringing a bell as well. You were on the evening with Alexandra Boyd. Am I correct? If you are, if that's who I'm thinking of, hello. And if not, hello, Joyce. Then we got Kevin. What's going on, Kevin? Can't wait to get out there with you guys. Can't wait to get out there. It's going to be exciting. Oh, and also we're getting the right here. We're getting that little thingy,
They can't see it.
yeah, they can't see it. It's the Wi-Fi thing, which is a perfect segue to just show you that we have a new modem that we are going to be installing tomorrow. So this is the
By we, you mean me.
yeah, this is the, what is this? This is I don't know. This is the
Xfinity.
Xfinity X-Fi Gateway. It's a modem and a Wi-Fi router all in one. And we upgraded our Xfinity from super fast to gigabyte mega. So
Whatever that means.
hopefully the Wi-Fi is going to be 10 times better than it is. Yeah, stop pulling on this because it's catching.
Well, I don't feel comfortable.
What? Then take your headphones off. You don't have to wear them. You're gonna take them off?
We'll see.
We'll
how
see.
the night goes.
Yeah, just pull this. You got to stretch it out. You got to do this.
You're literally gonna break the cord.
No, you got to do this.
You're
That's
gonna
what
break
it's
the cord.
for. You got to stretch it out. So there's less elasticity.
I'm fine.
But yes, if it is a little bit laggy, we apologize, but it'll be back up and running, hopefully much stronger on our next stream. But tonight we're going to be a little tiny screen because we're going to have the full screen effect going on shortly here. So let us do that because everyone just, say hey to each other in the chat. while we pull up
Or tell us what you watched in the month of April.
the letterbox. Yeah, and obviously as we go through here, tell us what you think of it and all that good juicy stuff. Oh, I actually just realized that we weren't even in the mode that I wanted us to be in. I wanted us to be in this mode, and then of course take off the. Hold on one second. Boom! There we go. That's what I wanted it to look like. So
You failed.
sorry about that, everybody. This
You
is
failed.
this is what it should have looked like right here.
But
But I was so distracted by this Starbucks drink. What do we got here? All right, let's flip back over to. There we go, and then let's do. I like this one. There we go. All right.
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what layout you were having last time, but it was not epic.
It was not Epic Gamer Pog.
It was not.
All right, so this is everything we watched in the month of April.
Everything you watched.
Let's dive into it, shall we? So on April 1st, we sat down and we watched April Fool's Day.
I don't count it though because we didn't finish it.
Well, because it's not good. Do you think it's good?
I mean, I had to finish it to give a full
But do
review.
you think because we saw a good portion of this movie? It's not good.
No, but I don't think it was trying to be good.
Yeah, no.
It was trying to be B movie.
It's not even I don't know.
Entertaining?
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just I wasn't hooked. You have to hook me. You have to hook me. And this movie did not do it for me. I love the premise of it because I don't know how many April Fool's Day horror movies there are in the ethos, but I was like, you know what? It's April Fool's Day. Let's watch April Fool's Day. And
I didn't log it on my letterbox because I only log movies that I finish.
Gotcha. Yep. It just I don't know. Didn't do it for me. Did not do it for me. But that was April 1st. Let us know. What do you think about this April Fool's Day? Okay, there we go. Cool. I'm gonna pull it up here. April Fool's Day is I don't know. Anything
Nothing
else?
much to say.
Nothing much else to say. Neat little poster here though. I like
Yeah.
the like how her hair is tied into a noose.
Yeah,
That's pretty clever.
that's all it's got. It's 1986. Just
1980.
picture a 1986 B horror movie, and there you go.
It's like 1986 is the year Aliens came out, right? And I just want to double check this. Yep. Okay, cool. So Aliens came out in 1986.
Yeah,
so
the only movie that came out.
so it was yeah.
Yeah.
Don't like April Fools. The next, when did we watch this one? Wow. So we took a 4-day gap between movies. What about you?
Oh, you're not going to pull up mine. I have to pull up my own.
It's too complicated. Like StreamYard needs to figure out a way I can just instantly go between switching screens.
Yeah, instead of having to unshare.
Yeah.
and
It's
reshare.
really annoying how you have to do that. So no, I'm not going to do it. No.
Hold on, I'll tell you. I will tell you. Yeah, StreamYard, with all the updating that you're doing, do this. Speaking while I'm looking, but you have. There was a movie. There was this. When did we watch that?
That was the end of March.
That was the end of March.
Yeah,
Okay.
we already talked about Signs in the last stream.
All right. Well, then I watched The Birds all the way through, and which I did like.
From Alfred Hitchcock, right?
From Alfred Hitchcock.
Okay.
Surprisingly, I'd never seen that one all the way through before. I did like that. And then I watched I Walked with a Zombie from 1943. That was certainly a movie that I did watch, and I forget every bit of it.
1943 is before my dad was born. He was born 3 years later.
Yeah, it was.
Shout out to dad if he's watching.
Yeah.
And mom.
Hi, Dad and Mom. Yeah, it's one of like the most like
What?
boring.
Boring?
Like
What's it about? Walking with a zombie?
Zombie's not used like in the term that Night of the Living Dead was used in.
Wait,
right?
hold on. Let me try that again one more time. What's it about? Walking with a zombie?
I like that way you could hear the effects.
Right? It's cool, right?
Yeah, so I can laugh. Yeah, zombies use like she's sort of not cognizant, but still alive, like a walking husk,
Oh, like a
Like-
shell of a
like
human.
a shell of a human, like not like the dead returning back to life,
Gotcha.
but like a zombie, as in like she's not really there.
Hmm. So like a metaphorical meaning of a zombie, because a zombie isn't all there.
Kind of like it's not used like in the Night of the Living Dead type.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And they're trying to find out like how to cure her. And
Okay.
it's like a
Of
lot
course, it's a woman that has to be cured.
of yeah. Yeah.
If there's no other reason to keep your headset on, it's for that.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, it was just boring and not
Not
didn't hook me.
good.
but like, I just kind of had to get through it.
Okay.
So,
I wish you did keep a diary so you could tell me the days you watch these. That's the only thing.
yeah.
But anyways,
tell ya.
so between the 1st and the 5th is when she watched those. Then on April 5th, we collectively sat down and we watched Free Guy, which we both liked.
Yes.
Yes, we both liked Free
Really
Guy.
liked Free Guy.
This is basically if The Matrix and They Live and The Truman Show all banged each other and produced a baby.
And that baby was Guy.
And that baby was Guy, and we needed to free him.
His name was Guy.
There's at least one. I don't know if there's more, but did you know that there's a Funko Pop of Free
Yes.
Guy?
Isn't he like bloody or something?
Yeah, I want that one. I really want that one. But yeah, look, Ryan Reynolds is doing his Ryan Reynolds thing.
Being Ryan Reynolds.
To me, Ryan Reynolds has never been better than in Buried. That's like the performance that he has to beat, in my opinion. Everything else is just him being Ryan Reynolds. But
a goober.
this movie is, you keep hitting that. Get your weenus.
Ew.
This is basically, in case you don't know what it's about, this guy wakes up and he realizes through a series of events that might be unfortunate that he is the background character in a open world video game. And
It's basically if your Sims went rogue.
yeah, it's really cool. I mean, it's like I said, it's if you like The Truman Show, The Matrix, and a little bit of They Live with the glasses aspect, you're gonna love this movie.
Yeah. It's kind of existential. Like if you think about it, it'd be like if one day somebody came into our world and said, "You're not real. You're just a bunch of numbers.
Which
You're programmed to
we could be.
maybe be like, all of our world is like fake." How would you even process that? Like your whole world is fake.
But what is real? I don't know what that word means. You know what I mean? We just accept this for being real, but it's like, is this actually even real? You know what I mean? Like you start thinking about this shit. And when you watch something like Free Guy, it really does kind of make you think. And I love that about it because this is such a mainstream movie that, and actually fun. Like there's even a, like I just realized, remember there's a Star Wars moment in Free Guy.
Yeah, there's like in Fortnite actually.
Yeah, there's a lot of like pop culture things that happen in the movie. So it's just an overall really fun.
But it's not cringe.
No, it's funny.
Yeah, so
It's actually
like,
funny.
when you have pop culture moments in movies, it could be kind of cringe.
Yeah,
but it's not.
this one
It like fits.
It fits because it's a video game and basically anything goes kind of thing. It's really neat. So definitely we recommend Free Guy. Also, I just remembered to at the end of the stream, we're going to collectively, Haley, and then we're going to have the pick of the month. So what that means is this is our favorite film that we watched in the month of April, and it's the one we recommend to people the most.
I feel like we should also do a dishonorable mention, like what our least favorite was.
Okay. I mean, I didn't create the graphics for that.
Oh.
There's a little graphic for it. See, this is where the collaborative effort would be a lot easier, but this is what happens, right? I'm on my Pooter and I'm like doing all the stuff, and then I look to my right, and can you reenact what you're doing?
Wait, can you like put the screen back so I can see myself?
What? When do you have to see yourself?
I was gonna stand up.
Don't stand up.
That's my shirt.
Oh, your shirt?
Yeah. Oh, I was sleeping.
She's sleeping, everybody.
My shirt says dead tired.
Dead tired. It's a skeleton. So
You don't wake me.
You know,
You don't be
this
like,
is
hey, I have a question.
this is as far as the collaborative efforts go.
Yeah, but it's like I'm not like a sleeping bear.
And then I tell you about the idea earlier in the day, and you don't tell me this until now.
Because I just thought about it.
I know, but like, how hard is it to think? Oh, we're gonna pick the top one. Maybe we should also do the bottom one. But I don't think it's that. To me, it's not as interesting. It's sort of like out of the ones you really enjoyed, what's the one you recommend? I don't think it's. I personally don't think it's interesting to be like, and this is the one we don't recommend, because we're going to talk about that anyway. Like how you don't recommend I Walked with a Zombie, right?
Then why do I even bother? This is why we don't do collaborative things, because you just shoot my ideas down.
Hey, you watch it. All right, so that's Free Guy. All right, we're gonna end the stream here.
Cut the cameras. Cut the
We're
cameras.
gonna end the stream here. All right, next up, we
Cut the
watched
cameras.
the next day. Everybody, we did a very, very fun thing. We went down to Jacksonville, Florida, and we have a video on the channel in case you have not seen it. We went down to Florida and we went to the Sunray Cinema. God, can you perk up?
I was looking at my list and I'm like, why is that not next? And I'm like, oh, I forgot to.
We're gonna do your idea. We're gonna do your idea.
I'm not saying that. I was looking
promise.
at my list and I was like, why is this before
Jeez.
this? It's pea brain.
We're gonna
Pea brain.
do
I
it.
don't know anything. I don't even know ABCs.
Okay, what did we do for the room? I'm gonna take a swig of this.
Yeah, we went to Sunray Cinema. I kind of really loved going there because it was this little. I've never been to this sort of little independent movie theater. You always go to like your AMC's, your Regals, your
Mhm.
whatever. But to go into this one, and all they had was one screen, right? They didn't have like rows of theaters. And it was very like you could tell that this group was like close knit. Like you have your regulars that go there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
I think they even have like a program, like a loyalty program.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, I mean,
But why did we go?
to see.
We didn't just travel to Jacksonville to watch The Room.
Because there was a very special guest narrating parts of the movie, that being, oh, hi, Mark himself, Greg Sestero.
Yeah. Greg was in person, so much so that literally in our seats, I looked to the right and behind a speaker, I shared it on my Instagram in case anyone, if you don't follow me on Instagram, it's not over there anymore. But if you were following me, I shared a photo where I could literally see Greg just standing
there,
behind the speaker,
like
texting,
scrolling.
And I tagged him, and you said you saw him like
he was like,
yeah, he looked. And I am actually in communication with Greg. We're fingers crossed, hopefully going to be able to get him on the channel for an evening with Greg Sestero.
Spoiler.
So that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, so that's why we went.
Well, what was also neat is that I guess that wasn't like a one-off sort of thing. Like Greg is a returning visitor.
He's been
to that.
He's been there a lot.
I guess that was like his 5th year or something going
like
to that theater.
Yeah. You know, he's talked about how he loves doing this because it's his way of helping theaters that might be struggling, right? So
and I think that's such a
you think about these theaters and how successful are they, right? Because you have the AMC's, the Regals, the Epics, the Hollywood movie, whatever. Why should people go to a little almost rundown theater? Like, why should they? And events like this, where someone is from the movie appearing in person, narrating commentary over the film, that's a beautiful reason to buy a ticket. And the tickets were cheap too.
Yeah, he was saying like he was making little quibs, little comments that made us laugh. He was saying like little facts that some of us might have not known.
It was cool.
And then he left whenever his sex scenes would come on.
every time a sex scene came on, he left. Yeah.
And then he came back, which I don't blame him.
I don't blame him. But overall, The Room is a masterpiece, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I mean, I would say that it's the best theater experience I've ever had. Not just because of Greg Sestero, but like when you go to your big, movie theaters, it's pretty. It made me really realize, just how, I don't know, like worn out people are, like how much they don't care.
Let me just hold on, make us big here for a second. Well, that sounds weird.
Because I forget who said it, but like when they went to go see Renfield, who are we talking to?
Renfield?
Yeah.
I don't
Like
know.
there were people laughing and having a good time, and
But what are these?
yeah, that's what I'm getting to.
Oh,
But like when we would go to like our theaters, it's pretty quiet, like not even like a chuckle or a ha ha. We go to the room and
you
you
get
have people
spoons thrown at you.
literally thrown at us.
And that's like a tradition when you watch The Room. You throw a spoon every time a spoon appears on screen
Well, it's because there's like framed pictures
of
around.
spoons.
Oh, yeah, there's that are supposed to be like family or something, but they're
Yeah,
spoons.
It's a family of spoons.
And
And so this is I don't know which one was which, but one got thrown at Haley, one landed in my lap, so we kept them.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah, and I mean, you had people like busting out laughing and yelling things like at the screen, like when the camera pan would take more than like 30 seconds, it would be like go, 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 go.
Yeah, it's fun.
It was just a very interactive experience.
It was fun.
If you're around Jacksonville, Florida,
Go to the
and
Sunray Cinema.
yeah, I mean, they have like a full sort of restaurant in there too. They had people bringing out food from the kitchen, like served to your seat.
Yep.
They have like,
It's cool.
yeah.
So definitely go check it out if you're ever in the Jacksonville area. But yeah, The Room. Anything you want to say about The Room itself that we haven't already said?
What a story.
What a story. Anyways, moving on. That was the 6th. And then I think on the 7th, we were in such a mood for Greg Sestero that we actually sat down and watched his movie, Miracle Valley. It's
His debut directorial?
his directorial, his debut directorial?
Whatever.
His directorial debut, yes.
Oh, whatever. No ABC. I don't even know ABC.
But what is that called? Dyslexia?
Stupid.
Where you flip it around?
Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah, Miracle Valley is his horror film that he directed, and we didn't like it.
No.
Did not like this one.
God, I wanted to.
Because it's Greg.
Well, it looked like really good. Like the camera and the shots and the location.
It's like this cult movie. It's about a cult.
Yeah, it looked like really, really good.
Yeah.
But the acting
Not so
came off
good.
as student film. It looked Hollywood, presented itself as student.
Now, if we ever do get Greg on, we're obviously not going to tell him that. We're going to be a little more gentle about it.
Yeah, Greg, don't watch this.
We're going to be like, Greg, so talk to us about Miracle Valley.
Yeah, what do you
What
think
happened
about
there?
it?
What happened there?
Yeah.
But look, I think it's admirable that he's gone off and tried to not disassociate from The Room because he's doing what he's doing with the tour, but he is trying to also do different things.
Yeah, he's not just The Room.
He's not just
he
The
went
Room.
to film school, right? With Tommy?
I don't know if it was film school, but he definitely did something with Tommy. But Tommy, why so, is definitely, he's very much like his new movie is called Big Shark, which we have yet to see. Can't wait to though. So there's like a whole Big Shark, Miracle Valley, kind of thing. But funny enough, we're probably going to enjoy Big
Make your
Shark more.
choice.
So yeah, this is a fun one.
Yeah, if you like cults and
This is not a fun one right here. This is not a fun one. I was looking at the next movie.
well, if you like, I don't know.
Not even if you like cult movies, because it's like
Not-
it's
not
it's like there's another culty movie that we watched in the month that is so much better. We'll get to it.
Well, I would probably recommend it if you've already seen everything that there is to do with horror and you haven't heard of this, because odds are you probably haven't.
Yeah, so watch every other horror movie and then watch Miracle Valley. All right, this is the one I know you're excited for it. Talk to me.
Where do I begin with the Mario movie? I love this movie.
All right, and moving on. No, I thought it was cute. I thought it was cute.
Enough that you liked it on Letterboxd.
I liked it on Letterboxd. It's a fun time. It's a good way to spend 90 minutes.
Okay, here's my issue. Here's the situation. So, critics, they can collectively suck a big nut, okay? Because everybody's whining and crying about like, but there's nothing to it. It's so predictable. There's nothing to it. It's like, sit down, shut up, have fun. Like, yes, it's pretty linear, okay? Yes, it's Illumination. We love to hate Illumination. But like, come on. There's little hints, little sprinkles of love thrown into this big giant corporate movie.
Yeah.
Like, there was genuine thought put into it. I mean, and I'm pretty sure the critic consensus was like something like not even fans could love. It's like, come on. There's a reason why the audience score was like a 96 or something for a while.
It was high. It was a big contrast.
It was like critics was like 50 and the
now
audience was like 90.
And now it's crossed 1 billion plus. And
Yeah, it's the biggest
animated movie of all time.
Animated movie of all time, past Frozen 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's
and it's the first $1 billion movie of 2023.
It's nice because it's not Disney. You know what I mean?
Correct.
It's nice to see a movie that's not Disney doing really well.
Yeah, and it's like,
because Disney doesn't need that money.
No. I mean, neither does Illumination. Let's make more Minions movies. What?
And then what the hell's that turkey movie coming out later in November or something? Something about birds or something like that. Like there was a preview that played before, and it was like, what the hell is this?
It's Illumination's next movie, right?
Yeah, it's like a bird movie. I'm like, ugh.
It was literally the color scheme was brown. That was it.
It was bizarre. Yeah. No, I enjoyed this movie. I'm not a Mario fan whatsoever, but I had fun with it.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the best part is unfortunately very minuscule, and that's going to be the Mario Kart stuff. I feel like that should have been
it was shoehorned in, sure.
A larger portion of the movie. Also, another fun part is Donkey Kong, the whole Donkey Kong
Seth
thing.
Rogen.
Yeah,
I mean, is it the most thought-provoking movie ever? No.
Free Guy's more thought-provoking.
2 different playing fields.
Yeah.
But it's like it doesn't have to be. It's Mario. And see why I praise it for being sort of mindless in its plot is because Mario wasn't even designed to have a story anyway.
Yeah.
It's like Shigeru Miyamoto was like,
"What'd you call me?"
No. Like he didn't want Mario to have a lore or, this big backstory or whatever. And I mean, then you would argue like, why would you make it a movie? Shut up and let people have fun. Okay.
Shut up and drive.
And Jack Black as Bowser. I mean, come on. He ate and left no crumbs.
Do I have a booger in my nose? Thanks.
No. Yeah, I
like that. He ate and left no crumbs. It's good. It's a good review. You should write that on your letterbox. He ate and left no crumbs. Yeah, so go check out the Mario movie.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I didn't like about it is Chris Pratt, because Chris Pratt.
Ugh.
I mean, he was literally just doing like a Chris Pratt voice.
Actually, you know what? Because I just got reminded of this. The thing I was most surprised about, and because I didn't know anything about this movie, I thought it was just going to start and we were going to be in Mario World, right? I had no clue that it was basically like an Alice in Wonderland kind of thing, where it's literally based in Brooklyn, right? They're like plumbers in Brooklyn, and then they like get sucked down a hole, right? Oh, it was so cool. I was like, oh, they're doing an Alice in Wonderland thing. Cool.
Yeah, what made me go, oh, I'm gonna like this movie? Because I mean, I went in going, yeah, I love Mario. Let's see how this holds up. What got me was obviously the transition into the Mario Brothers song, which was very reminiscent of the Super Mario Brothers show from like a while ago. And I was like, wow, this is certainly the movie ever.
Yep.
I mean, you had little cameos of characters in there, like from Mario Past, and
now when the physical comes out, which edition are you getting?
It's this Walmart exclusive, and it's the Star, the Power Star.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. I've never been so hyped about a physical release ever, and I'm like on the edge of my seat for it.
Yep.
I'm gonna display that like it's the Holy Grail.
It's exciting. All right, so that's what we watched on the 8th. We contributed to the $1 billion. Then,
Yes.
so we went from 2023.
Also, in the our theater had like a Mario themed drink. It was like a vodka slush.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, with like little star candies on top. It was really neat.
So we went from 2023 to 1933
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
with The Invisible Man with Claude Rains. And I had only ever gotten through a majority of the movie, but I never completed the movie.
Why? Was it because of that?
I think I didn't
old
like it at
woman?
one point in my life. I feel like I at one point, because I was very picky back in the day about black and white movies. I'm a lot more accepting of them now. And this one is one I was like, I have to watch this. And it is, it's my favorite of the classic Universal monster movies, 100%.
Mhm.
I think just from the aesthetic look of the Invisible Man himself, I think I said it on another stream, or maybe I'm just gaslighting myself, but I want to like for Halloween, I want to like dress up like him one year.
Oh no, you definitely said that on a stream, and I said I figured out like how to do it.
Yeah, like I love the look of the bandages around his head. It's probably going to be sweaty as hell, but
And for him to be so adamant about like a cosplay,
it's
I'm
cool.
gonna eat that up.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then it's such a fun story, It's
Yeah.
the biggest detractor for this movie is still, I think, the woman who just screams at the top of her lungs throughout the whole fucking. It's like, why are you screaming, lady?
Her name's Una something.
Maybe that's
Una
why,
O'Connell?
because her name's
O'Connell?
Una. It's like, come on, stop screaming. It's all she does is she goes, "Ah!" It's like, shut the hell up. Like, I understand, but like, there's nothing happening, right? Like, I swear to God, there's nothing happening, and she just starts screaming out of nowhere.
As one does, and that's why she got cast in a lot of other
God,
Universal movies.
whew. And he doesn't kill her at all, does he?
No.
How like why
Freaks her
is she
out.
the one that lives through the movie? I don't get it, but it's cool. I think it has a weak ending. I think it ends kind of weak where they
I
like
forget how it ends.
they catch him in a barn, right?
Oh yeah, and they're all like linked arms.
Yeah,
like, and they
it's
kill
kind of
him.
he dies at the end. He's like in a bed, right? Because he's coming back, and that kills
Yeah,
him coming back.
well, that ending you really liked because the only way for the effect to wear off was
For him
from
to
dying,
Yeah.
and there was sort of like how they would end up doing with the Wolfman. It showed like his bones first,
Yeah,
and then
it
his
was cool.
flesh, and then
It was cool.
it was a cool, yeah,
It was neat, and it was the only time you ever saw Claude Rains
yeah,
in the whole movie.
and he was dead.
And then he died. But I think the ending could have been a little stronger with the whole barn thing. But
Yeah,
other
like
than
I liked killing him to get that effect at the end, but like in a barn, like I was just trying to get a little sleepy.
yeah, it was a little weird. But like the effects are still groundbreaking. Like my favorite is the bicycle.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
think
Where
that's the neatest
how'd the
thing how they
bike
did that.
go? I still don't know.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like it really makes you appreciate and go, man, there was such a art and craft put into stuff like this,
Yeah,
It like now it's
because you can't just like think it in your head and like, oh, I'm gonna go on my pooter and
Yeah.
figure it out.
they
Like,
had to figure out how to make a bicycle move
yeah,
with no one on it.
yeah.
It's so cool. Check it out if you've never seen the original Invisible Man. I'm sure everyone's seen the 2020 Invisible Man, which is really good.
But two totally different movies. The only thing they share is their namesake.
Is the name, yeah. So yeah. Anything else you want to add to that?
No,
or?
I love the Invisible Man. I love
I think in the same day, let me see. Yeah, the
it. Yeah,
same day
we double featured
we double featured a Claude Rains.
because I had gotten this one for my VHS Universal Classics collection.
Which at some point you'll make a video of.
Yes. And fun fact, of the 31, I think there are movies in this classic collection, this is the only one in color.
Yep. And everyone talks about the Lon Chaney one, which I still have to see.
Yes.
But
I thoroughly enjoyed that one.
After watching this, I was like, man, Claude Rains is the fucking man.
He is such a good actor.
He's so good.
I love his voice.
He's great. He's great. The only thing I didn't like about this is like there's a lot of opera in the movie, which I mean it's in the title, but I would have liked a little bit less of the opera.
And see, this is why you would like the Lon Chaney one because
It's nowhere in there.
well, it's silent.
Oh, okay. But there's still music playing, right?
Music, but not like
Opera music.
opera. Oh,
And I have a feeling I'll enjoy the Joel Schumacher one because it's a musical. It's
Yeah.
the musical. So
Isn't it like the most or like the longest? It has
Broadway show.
Yeah.
It was. It's not on Broadway anymore. It closed recently, but yeah, this is a lot of fun. Similar to my love for the Dracula sets. I think some of the sets in here are, especially
Oh.
under the opera, incredible sets.
Yeah. I like them both, the Lon Chaney and this one, for different reasons. But I also dislike both of them for different reasons. This one I feel like could have gone a little further, like maybe even if it was extending the runtime just a bit, because the Lon Chaney one was scarier. Like he was more of a demon phantom rather than a guy that just got
Yeah, well, that's like one of the funny parts about this movie is sort of like it makes
this is his Joker arc right here.
it kind of like makes people that just have like a scar on their face like it's almost like
Villain.
it's like, oh my god, you're so hideous, because he takes the thing off, right?
And he wasn't even that bad.
And he just has like this little patch of like skin that's folded over.
But then you have like Lon Chaney's reveal, and it's like, oh my god, he's gross.
Oh my god, like get away from me, pig face.
Yeah, so I would understand why Christine was scared
In
then.
the Lon Chaney
And-
one.
And it sort of made like it explained a little more like his underground little lair, if you will. And spoilers for this 80-year-old movie and the 100-year-old original. The original actually had the chandelier in the opera house, right?
Yes.
Fell, both of them in this one, but it cuts.
In this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the original, it fucking boom
Goes on the people.
Yeah, like I kind of.
Are you sure I don't have a booger?
Yes.
Wow, it feels
Yes,
like I
I'm
have a booger. Sorry, I don't mean to keep cutting you off. Sorry.
He's just really concerned of whether or not he has a booger. Yeah, it falls, and I was like, I watched it, and I was like, oh, like what? I'd have to rewatch it to see if there's actually people in that shot. But
it's just the idea, and I applaud. I mean, I just love that idea. You know, like that he cuts a chandelier,
like this huge chandelier
to collapse on people. It's dark. It's like that's fucked shit right there, man.
Yeah, and that's why like when it happened here and it cut, I was like, oh, come on.
So yeah, we both like this one. You watched some movies between this and the next one.
Yeah, so I watched 3 movies. I watched All About Eve.
Ooh, the classic.
Yeah, Criterion with Betty Davis. Oh, wonderful actress. Man, like I had seen Whatever Happened to Baby Jane first with her performance, and she's a little younger here. And I just thought it was a great movie. And little cameo of Marilyn Monroe. Yeah.
Ana de Armas.
Right. Yeah. Beautiful. And I mean the movie itself, I just thought it was great. I can't really say much about it. Give it a watch. It was basically just about, this actress who was getting older, and what they say in Hollywood, once you turn 30, you're basically better off dead. So
well,
specifically for women.
Guess I'm happy I'm not in Hollywood.
For women.
Or a woman.
And she's like 40, like about to turn 50, and she's trying to make something of herself. And then this young actress comes in. She's like a super fan, and she essentially wants to be Betty Davis. And you really don't know who you're rooting for. And the way it ends, yeah, give it a watch. And next I watched Citizen Kane.
Ooh, the greatest movie of all time.
That's what the tagline is.
Say.
It's terrific.
That's the tagline?
It's terrific.
It's terrific.
Yep. What else can you say? Citizen Kane. If you haven't watched Citizen Kane by now.
Rosebud.
Really? At the end, I thought we just weren't going to find out what it was. Like, I really thought we were going to go the whole movie. And honestly, I would have applauded it if it did.
Mm-hmm.
But we went the whole movie, and I thought it was going to end. And I'm like, that's it? That's the movie?
God. I've seen it. I haven't seen All About Eve. I've seen Citizen Kane. I really like Citizen Kane.
Yes, I like I liked it as well. The next one is a little controversial.
Ooh, I love this movie.
You love this movie?
I love this movie. I think it's uber creepy. I know because you're biased because you have something else associated to it.
Yeah. So, me being the horror fanatic that I am, it's sort of surprising that I don't like this movie, and that is It Follows.
Yep, she doesn't like It Follows, everybody, but there's a lot of people that don't like It Follows.
Yeah, but I was really like banking on liking it because everybody does. And I remember when it came out, people were talking about it. And I mean, people still talk about it like is one of the best like modern horror movies. And I'm just like, what? I mean, the premise is neat. There's a lot of naked people.
That there is a
Yeah.
lot of dick and balls in this
Well,
movie.
quite literally. God damn. It doesn't think, it doesn't feel, it doesn't give up.
That'd be funny. It's terrific
It's terrific.
as well.
It's terrific. So, if you don't know the premise of It Follows, it's basically this
STD. It's an STD.
It's basically like a glorified, anti-premarital sex PSA. Like,
Yeah.
and
It quite literally has an agenda.
it does. It does. And the only way you can get rid of it is if you have sex with someone.
Which is funny because it's promoting not having sex, and then the way to get rid of it is to have sex. So it's funny like that.
And if you don't have sex and it does kill you while it's attached to you, it goes back down the line
Yeah, it's weird.
of like, whoever had it before you and then before you. So it makes me wonder who had it first? Who had it first?
Well, that's a good question for STDs in general. Who was the first STD?
Google it. But
Someone let us know in the chat. Are you guys still with us?
see, okay. Now if you're still with us, hear me out.
Google who was the
No.
first STD.
No. Here's what I'm saying. So there's this meme. Okay. Here's why I could not take this movie seriously this whole time. There's this meme. And I don't know where it originated, but all I know is that it exists. And it's an ultimatum of you get like $10 million in your hand, cash right now. But there's this snail, like this average size snail, but with a brain far more intelligent than a snail. And it's immortal. Okay. And its only purpose in life is to kill you. So the snail has like this homing device on you. It has the same speed of a snail and it can't die. But if it touches you, you die. And you have to live with that for the rest of your life.
So do you take $10 million and you have to constantly keep avoiding a snail, even though
Yes.
it's at snail speed? And if you hike, because my thing was like, what if I just go over to England? You're like, it's gonna get to you.
Yeah, like it'll
It'll hop a plane.
because it's smart, right? So it not necessarily like it can't open a door handle because, it doesn't have hands.
But it can go under the door.
But it can go under the door. It can find an open window. It can go through a vent. It can come through a pipe. And it's immortal. So it's not like it could drown. So it
I
could
could be
just.
taking a shit, and all of a sudden I look down, and there's the snail
Yeah. So, like, for the rest of your life, if you look down, like if I were to look to my right and just see a snail
coming at you.
coming at you,
You'd run.
you'd have to get out of there.
Yeah.
That's It Follows.
If it touches you. So that's what you're.
Yes.
The whole time you were just thinking
And
about
this meme,
meme.
this meme originated.
How sad is
while
that?
ago.
How sad is that, everybody? She was so unable to enjoy this movie because of a meme.
Because of a meme.
That's like sad.
What came first? It Follows or the snail meme? The immortal snail.
Yeah, the snail came first, but
Yeah, so it's like, okay, answer in the chat right now. Would you take $10 million cash, but it means that you have this snail following you for the rest of your life, and if it touches you, it dies for the rest of your life?
I said I would take it.
Yeah, I mean, I would take it.
I would take it.
But you have to be like aware of your surroundings at all times because it's as big as a regular snail.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. What else did you watch? Was that it?
That was it.
Okay. So It Follows. Next up, we watched Good Morning Vietnam.
This was my suggestion.
Yeah, it was fun. I had only seen bits and pieces of this movie, but this is from 1987, the year Predator came out. So it's this wouldn't be in a top 5 Robin Williams, but this would be in a top 10 Robin Williams for me.
Yeah, I mean,
It's really good. And obviously, because we do stuff like this with microphones and headsets, I mean, I'm biased like that. It's basically like he's podcasting before podcasts existed.
yeah, because he was on a radio
Yeah.
in
it's-
Vietnam
it's-
broadcasting to the troops.
It's really cool because this is from I forget the name of the director, but Barry Levinson, I think, is the director. Him and Robin collaborated 2 times more after this, and they made a movie called Man of the Year. And the movie, similar to Good Morning Vietnam, starts out as one thing, and then like halfway through, it changes tone and becomes something else. And that's what happens with Good Morning Vietnam. It's like this lighthearted, goofy thing, and then all of a sudden, spoilers, Robin's walking out of a bar or so like a restaurant, and the fucking thing explodes behind him, which is a killer stunt
Yes.
because Robin did it.
Yes, and it does not shy away from the reality that would have been in Vietnam.
But like that, like to like really think about that shot. Robin Williams, who
Oh, I
was
see it in my head right now.
who was pretty popular at that point. He wasn't the star that he had later become, but he was still a star. He's like, I'm pretty sure it's not a stunt double. I'm pretty sure it's Robin Williams and the guy walking out of the restaurant, and they get to a point, obviously, where it's safe, and they just blow the freaking thing up in the same take. Just blows up behind them. I'm like, damn, Robin, you good on you, man.
Yeah, it was dark, like
Yeah.
really dark.
It's a fun movie.
That being said, but it's Robin being Robin. I mean, most of his lines were ad-libbed. Everything that he said, like on the air, like riffing his jokes, was ad-libbed. So that's just pure Robin.
Pure Robin, baby.
Pure Robin.
So yeah, definitely check that one out. It's a
Hold the fort. I'm getting a drink.
okay. It's definitely a successful Robin Williams. Do you want me to go on?
If you want to start.
Okay. So after that, yes, April 13th, A Star is Born, the remake of the remake of the remake. This is the Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga movie. I liked it. Did you like it on Letterboxd? You don't remember? But you know what? I think I'm actually going to take these headphones off. They're like hurting my...
Isn't that ironic?
I don't know. I do like hearing my voice though.
Because you're a narcissist.
I don't know if it's a narcissistic thing, but does hear not hurt for you?
I have my earlobes stretched, so
I feel like that's. I think they still haven't figured out for headphones how to get rid of the pressure that it puts on your
see,
head.
I don't feel that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should get my head checked.
I would say so.
But yeah, we'll turn this down. There we go. But yeah, it's a solid movie.
I did like it.
Now it
but-
sounds weird, doesn't it?
It does.
That sounds weird.
It does.
But
I feel like I'm talking too loud.
yeah. I'm never gonna rewatch this movie.
No, it's not a very rewatchable movie. I mean, it's Lady Gaga. Honestly, I think that's why I liked it. It's Lady Gaga.
Good music, you know. You
for
got
sure.
the in the shallow.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes me want to go watch the Judy Garland version.
But if it's literally like a beat for beat kind of thing, ugh.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it doesn't have in the mother humping shallow. If it doesn't have that,
it has its own thing. It
it
doesn't
has
have
its own
somewhere,
mother humping shallow.
Doesn't it have Somewhere Over the Rainbow? I think.
Somewhere over the mother humping rainbow.
Yeah, see, there you go.
But yeah, it's a good movie. Check it out. It's a good one and done kind of thing.
One and done.
Be done with it.
A movie that I watched in between Good Morning Vietnam and A Star is Born that I forgot to say was something that Laren, shout out to Laren, made me want to watch was Evil Dead 2.
A two.
1, 2. And everybody was right. Everybody who told me, you're right. I was wrong. You're right. It did make me like Evil Dead.
Good.
Bruce Campbell.
What a guy.
Yeah, I mean, it was everything that I wanted the first one to be and more. It was goofy. It was bloody. It was Bruce Campbell. And yeah, it made me appreciate the first one more. It made me wish that more uh filmmakers would do this, like take like a movie with a good premise but not the best execution, give themselves a bigger budget and go nuts. That's what I want.
Did you do this because you figured we would go see Evil Dead Rise?
No.
No.
I had no intention of seeing Evil Dead Rise.
Oh, well, there you go.
Spoiler.
We're getting there, folks. We're getting to Evil Dead Rise, and also we're going to hop back into the chat room in just a second here. See what you lovely ladies and gents are talking about, and what is it when you don't have a pronoun or when you don't have a gender?
Gays, gals, and non-binary pals.
Non-binary people out there. Yes, there you go. We got to be all inclusive here on Fans of Something because we're fans of everybody.
And everybody.
All right. So next up, what the hell is this movie?
The Raven?
Oh, The Raven.
You did not like it.
I totally
Or
forgot we even watched
you-
this. I totally forgot we even watched this movie. Yeah, That's So Raven was see, now we can't hear the boomch.
I mean, it did. The only part you liked was the end, where spoiler.
Yeah, this movie is very Saw-like, but I guess Saw is very The Raven-like.
Yeah. Well, I feel like they would have or could have done more if it wasn't for the fact that it was made in 35, like maybe a few years earlier,
Yeah.
because this was sort of when movies were growing more conservative with like the rise of, you know, like risque things, you know. So this was sort of like the beginning of a turning point that didn't drop off till like the 50s ish. So I feel like we would have actually seen Bella get crushed, maybe.
Yeah, it's really cool. The makeup on Boris Karloff is not good. Like the
Yeah,
like the stuck eye. He has like an eye that doesn't move, and it's
Yeah.
so obvious.
yeah, it's
You
like
know?
I think it's like painted on.
It's like painted on. Doesn't even look like an eye.
Doesn't look like anything.
But oh, sorry, I'm boring you. Moving on.
It's the Raven.
It's The Raven.
Why was it called the Raven? Because he had a pet raven or
Because
something?
he was obsessed with the Edgar Allan
Oh,
Poe's The
you're
Raven.
so right. Oh my god.
Uh,
You're so right.
let's see here. Next up, we watched Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman from a lot of
Wolfman.
1943. I'm realizing.
Yeah, right.
But this one I did enjoy. This also has Bela Lugosi playing the monster, which is funny.
It's weird that I marked it so far down the line, the movies. I think I forgot to mark it.
Yeah. But this is really cool, especially the ending. I think is just so
Yeah.
neat. It's the ending that won me over. The whole
Them dying.
literally just getting, well, they don't die, but it just
Nope.
ends, and like the whole freaking castle they're in or something gets hit by like this
Blood.
flood of a wave. Oh, it's so cool. Anytime you incorporate big waves of water in your movie, you're most likely going to win me over because I just realize how technically challenging shit like that is.
Yeah.
You know, especially
Working
for
with
40
water.
Yeah, especially for 43. Good God. So that was really cool. Short, but really cool. And that's basically the poster you're seeing right there.
Right. I didn't like this movie. Surprising to hear from me. Mainly because of Bella.
Doing a piss poor Boris Karloff.
It was really bad. It was
Yeah,
really
poor-
bad.
Look, I don't even know why Bela Lugosi
I know I
wanted to do this because it's
He-
funny.
didn't.
Okay, so then, but it's funny because remember in Ed Wood, the Tim Burton movie, there's a moment where someone from the production team comes up to him and says, "Mr. Lugosi, can I have your autograph?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course. Of course you can have my autograph." And then he's like, "I loved you in The Raven, sir," as Boris's or something like that. He was like, I loved you as Boris's assistant or sidekick or something like that.
When it was the other way around.
Something like that. He said, "I loved you as as Mr. Karloff's sidekick or something." And he's like, "Karloff? Sidekick? Fuck you." And he's like, "Do you know like how much time it took to play Dracula? Frankenstein is all makeup and grrr." So it's funny because it seems like he didn't, at least in that portrayal, it seems like Bela Lugosi didn't like the monster.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying because I've heard the story, I forget the story. I think Boris was off doing other things, and I don't know. I don't want to speak out of my ass. But
Yeah. That's just
It,
not very germ friendly. Speaking out of your ass.
yeah, I get it. Oh,
What are you,
awesome.
Ace Ventura? May I ask you a question? Do you have a tic tac? Okay. So Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, huh?
Yeah, this movie, it just felt like it wasn't made with love, more with like greed.
But I do have to say, like,
I know.
still to this day, like anytime it opens up and there's fog, I'm just like, oh, that's the shit right there.
This
That's
is
the shit.
This is shit.
I love a movie set from the 40s or 30s, and there's just fog. They just fog that thing.
This is
They
the shit.
fucking hot boxed the set. God, I love it. So, anyways, we were in like a monster kick because we went to the theater
right?
the same day. Actually, we went to see Renfield.
Rude.
Renfield, the Nicolas Cage Dracula. Now, look, I liked it. Am I ever going to rewatch this movie? Fuck no.
I would rewatch this movie if there was like a special cut of the movie.
The Nicolas Cage cut.
The
like,
Nicolas Cage cut.
Like he went back in and added more of him.
More of him, but like everything that wasn't Nicolas Cage was out.
But no, like he added Renfield, or not Renfield. He added Dracula being born because remember Nicolas Cage remembers being in the womb.
I sent you that.
Yeah.
I sent you that.
So now he adds scenes of Dracula in the womb.
No, I thought this movie was gonna be different.
Yeah, me too.
I really thought it was gonna be different.
I thought it was going to be old school, like in the old day. I didn't know it was going to be a modern day cop movie.
Yes. Well, see, I liked it in the modern day because it's realistic. Like that's like a question that nobody's really posed before.
Mm-hmm.
Like because they can't die, and presuming that they weren't killed, they'd still be here today. What the heck are they doing?
Yeah.
And I liked the toxic relationship. I thought that was funny because it kind of is. And Nicholas Holt, love that guy. And with the opening, God, that I don't know how they did it. Like, was it a blue screen, green screen? Was it like CGI? Did
Where
they actually
basically recreated
Yeah.
all the
And-
Dracula stuff?
Yeah. God, I love that. Like when that played in the beginning, I was like, I'm hooked.
Yeah.
Then it lost me at some points.
Awkwafina's great. I like
She-
Awkwafina.
I like Awkwafina as a person.
What about as a water bottle?
No.
We can still kind of hear from the headset.
Yeah, I just don't like that this turned into like a cop movie. Like if I wanted to go see a cop movie, why am I sitting down to a movie called Renfield?
It was weird. Yeah.
Like I just didn't care. Like-
Also, what's up with Nicholas Holt and these like? Because remember, he's in Warm Bodies too, so he's like a zombie there. Now he's like a vampire
Yeah.
assistant
Yeah,
hunter
poor guy.
guy. Weird.
Yeah, if I wanted to have a cop movie, I would not walk into a theater for a movie called Renfield with this poster. Look at this poster.
Yeah,
I
it's
love this
pretty-
poster.
It's pretty cool looking.
And I mean, okay, I'm biased. I love Nicolas Cage. Like, he's one of my favorite actors maybe ever because he puts his whole fucking
Dick and balls.
dick and balls in every single role that he's in.
Has his dick and balls.
Like, he just gives it his everything. His whole pussy, if you will.
There's not much more that a man can give than his dick and balls.
Yeah. Like, he just gives it, Like, no matter how shit the movie could be, he's
You're
in it.
guaranteed to have Nicolas Cage's dick and balls.
Yeah. No, he just gives it. And that's what I love. He owns it. He is the movie.
Yeah.
And him as Dracula, I kind of really liked. I kind of digged it. By kind of, I
Digged
mean,
it?
digged it.
You digged it?
I digged it.
You didn't dug it?
No, I digged it.
Okay.
Yeah, like his outfits, like his attire, his demeanor,
His teeth.
his teeth,
Very sharp.
his nails.
Yep.
Yeah, I loved that. Loved it. And the scene where he surprises Nicholas Holt like in his very pastel Visco girl like apartment.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, loved it.
Now, this isn't the first time Cage has played a vampire. He was in a movie called Vampire's Kiss, I believe. I've never seen it. It has there's like a famous meme from that where he's just wide-eyed. And but I'm pretty sure he's a vampire in that movie. It'd be kind of weird if it's called Vampire's Kiss and he's just a normal person.
Yeah.
Let us know, chat room. Are you still with us? We're coming to the chat in just a second.
Yeah, but I didn't care about it, like the whole drug underground. And yes, like we can mention the piss poor CGI where the blood splatters and it's nowhere to be found on anything that it splatters on. And the fact that it just looked like garbage, the blood, I mean, yeah. I didn't care.
What was the budget on this movie? It was kind of felt like it
Weird.
Was it low? Was it a low
It was
budget,
a weird budget. That's what it
major
was.
budget movie? Because most of the budget it probably had to go towards Nicolas Cage
For sure.
because he has to pay his taxes.
But
And he
yeah.
probably was like, "Look, I'll do the movie. I just need to be able to pay my taxes."
why are you doing like Elvis?
Did Nicolas Cage ever play Elvis? Oh my god, it would be perfect. casting.
$65 million.
Wow, and I'm sure he probably took like
The
10,
box
10 of
well,
those.
the box office was 23 million.
Ooh, it bombed. It's a
bombed.
box office bomb.
Yeah.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah, I didn't care about the drug ring. I didn't care like about the whole sister dynamic or
God, you guys are killing it in the chat.
yeah, Jesus Christ.
We don't have the chat pulled up, but we have like a little number of comments. Over
That's
100.
triple digits.
Yeah, damn, everybody. For the chat. All right, we're coming in hot. You ready? We're getting big. 3, 2, 1.
See, now I feel like I look better.
Cool. All right, and I feel more comfortable. So I guess that's the short-lived headsets until we get some that don't kill my. It's just like it's pressure on my head. I don't know how Joe Rogan does it every episode.
He's probably used to it by now.
It's funny. There's a lot of people like guests that come on. They're like, "Yeah, can I not wear the headset?" And then he doesn't wear the headset either. So it's kind of cool that way. But anyways,
Don't mind my messy hair. I'm actually dyeing it tonight. Fun
yeah,
fact.
she's gonna dye it. All right, where did I? Hopefully, I started it.
No, I'm sure you did.
course I didn't. Oh my god, why
Yeah,
didn't I
scroll
start
all
it?
the way back up.
I should have started. Okay, cool.
Well, I could tell you where. Keep going. Keep going.
A
No,
masterpiece
keep
right around
going.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right
Yeah.
around
Well,
here.
what does my beanie say?
All
I got
right.
that.
Hey, fans of something.
Yeah. It was right. It was with
Right here.
Kevin.
Yeah, we'll pull this one up. All right. Are we ready for the John Wick release on May 23rd? I don't think it comes out May 23rd. I think it. Oh wait, are you talking about it going back into theaters? I think it's going back into theaters, right? Like IMAX or something. I think the physical comes out in June. That's my understanding. And then Movie Collector follows up. 8mm was a crazy movie.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. Yeah,
We'll get
it's in the thumbnail. I know that's probably why you're commenting on it.
Yeah, that certainly is a movie.
I enjoyed April Fool's Day. Good for you,
like
Rock.
the holiday or
The remake is terrible compared to God. Well,
Is
if
the
the remake's
remake?
terrible, I don't want to watch it.
I don't know. I kind of want to finish it just to add it to like my horror that I've watched collection.
There you go. Yeah, June 13th. I still need to watch The Birds.
Boys.
I'll just go outside. All in it.
You're full of jokes today.
I'm telling you.
You're full of them.
I'm telling you. Wake me up before you go. I can't wake up.
No. Wake me up inside. Can't wake up.
Oh my God, I love you guys. Y'all are like Kevin and I. Well, then I guess we're going to just fit like 4 peas in a pod, aren't we?
Oh, Ramalama, kadinga-ding-a-dong.
Oh man. Yeah, we're gonna have a gay old time, as the Simpsons. Oh wait, no, the Flintstones would say. Wait, is it the Flintstones? Yeah, it's the Flintstones. Wilma! It's gonna be a lot of fun. What do we got here? Here's what I saw in April. Appleseed anime.
Appleseed.
Rambo First Blood 1, 2, and 3. Accident Man and Deuce Bigelow, male motherfucking gigolo.
I have nightmares about that.
Hell yeah.
That reminds me of the South Park episode that we watched that you really liked.
Which one?
The one
I like a lot of South Park episodes.
Rob Schneider as
Oh yes, the one where they just keep cutting to previews of Rob Schneider movies. God, that was amazing.
Rob Schneider as a stapler.
First, he was an animal. Then he was a hot chick. Now Rob Schneider is a carrot. It's so good. Like, has anyone seen that? Google Rob Schneider South Park. It's the funniest thing.
From the producers of
Dur.
Dur.
And tum tiddly duddly duddly wah.
Comes now dum dur dirty dum dum
God,
tiddity tum tum.
it's so amateur, like child
It's
humor.
so
Like that's
stupid.
why we
I
love
mean,
it.
that's what
though.
South Park is. It's like turn your brain off, laugh at monkey.
It's good. I would tell you guys what I watched this month, but it'll be a long list.
Will it beat mine of like 25? I forget.
What's up, Dell?
Hi.
Good to have you here.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hopefully you're still here with us. Haley and Ed, what's the next movie you guys are planning to see in the theater? I couldn't tell you what's coming out. It's sort of like
coming out in May.
it's sort of like it just I pull up the movie theater we go to and I'm like, oh, that's playing. Let's go see it. So there's like I'm trying to think the next movie that I'm hyped for.
We're so doing the Barbie Oppenheimer duo.
Maybe Barbie? Maybe
That's
Barbie's
July.
the next movie I'm hyped for.
But I'm saying we're so doing the double feature.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I don't care. Yeah,
'Cause-
what's like what came out today? Guardians 3 came out today.
My
Give-
charger.
Two shits about Guardians, so
But people are saying it's good. I don't know.
oh yeah, well. It's a step up from Quantumania. Yeah, I honestly I love to give you an answer there, man, but I don't know what's coming out, so it's we play it by ear kind of thing. What's coming out?
Can you plug this in?
Why?
Because
I don't want to reach across and do all that. Just
my phone's gonna die.
okay. I have my phone. Let's see here.
Well, I need it for my list.
Why don't you think of this stuff? It frustrates me. You don't plan for this stuff, man.
I'll bring my iPad.
You don't plan for this stuff. What is coming out in May? Movie May 2023 releases. Let's see here. What the hell is that fuck? What the hell is this shit? I don't know what that is. This is not accurate. Movie Insider. What?
What are you doing? May movie releases. How hard is it?
Upcoming releases. Here we go. IMDb. We got. Yeah, nothing's like catching my eye here. You have that still Michael J. Fox movie coming out. The Evil of Dracula, May 15th.
Why more Dracula?
May 19th, Fast X.
Yeah.
I know you don't want to see it. I kind of want to see it. May 26th, The Little Mermaid.
No.
No.
I don't want to give it my money.
No. That's really it for May. So really, May is The Little Mermaid and Fast X and Guardians 3. So
nothing.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you the next movie we're planning on seeing in the theater, man. Sorry. I wish I could.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Yes, The Room is the best worst movie ever.
June? I can't even think of June.
If you ever have guests over, make sure they don't use those poons.
My poons. That's 2022. We're not in there.
Those are special spoons, Kevin.
Special.
Peaches, 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 peaches. $1 billion cute movie. Yeah. Dell still needs to check out Mario.
We're speaking of new releases. June. I don't care what you do. Or what you say to me. We are not seeing the Boogeyman.
The what?
The Boogeyman.
Why not?
We're giving him our money.
Rob Savage. Oh, the guy that directed Dashcam. It looks kind of cool though, and it's not found footage. You know.
I don't want to give him money.
It's not found footage.
PG-13.
Mario movie was fantastic. Couldn't stop singing the Peaches song.
Exactly.
I got my peaches out in Georgia. Wait, no, that's a different one.
What about Transformers: Rise of the Beasts?
Chicken Run 2. What?
Chicken Run 2. Wait, people are talking about that.
Oh, that's weird. What's going on, Tony? Basement Blues.
Hi.
What's going on?
Oh, Elemental is coming out
when?
In June.
June. Okay, yeah, definitely. Okay, so Elemental. There you go. That's definitely the next one we're guaranteed to go see in theaters. Elemental. Tony enjoyed the Mario movie.
Yeah, I mean, what's there not to like?
Kevin says The Invisible Man's fantastic.
Which one?
The remake was great too. Yeah, it was. Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon is really good too.
Indiana Jones is coming out in June.
Yep, we're gonna have to marathon those. Hot take: The Invisible Man 2020 is better than the 33
I
version.
don't think that's a hot take.
It's just such a vastly different thing. You know what I mean?
You can't even compare
It's
them.
really hard to compare. Now I know people like to say King Kong 2005 is better than the original King Kong. I'm one of those people, but to me that's like a
That you can't even. That's like
I don't know. Like to me, like that's like to me
comparing the two Mario movies.
that's an improvement. Funny enough, I actually think the special effects in the Invisible Man for the original are still super impressive for what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I watch King Kong, the original, I kind of laugh.
Monkey.
You know, especially when he falls off the Empire State Building. It's just like a doll, and it's just like
He like rag dolls
you know.
down.
Whereas in Peter Jackson's version, it's sort of the and then it's like a slow-mo fall and everything. It's very cinematic. It's really good. Yes, babe. That's very good as well. Thanks for calling me babe, Kevin. No, I know you're talking to Nadia. Let's see here.
Yeah, but it's like they're two different things.
Do you guys know how they did the bike scene?
No.
No, we don't.
Again, monkey brain.
Movie collector never gets tired of the Universal monster movies. Yeah, they're great.
Neither do I. That's why I have my collection. I won't reveal anything about my collection in terms of like what we have or what I have. Hi, Jared. But I'll have y'all know that like when did I start collecting these? Like when did you give me like when did I actually get because I know you gave me the 3-pack
Sometime
ago.
last year.
But when did I actually start like
Buying them?
Yeah.
Sometime this year.
No, it was definitely some I like in the past like what 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
Actually, I could look at my eBay, but my phone's dead. I only need like 10 more to complete the set.
Cool.
So I'm more than I'm 2/3 of the way.
This one I definitely want to check out, the Robert Englund Phantom of the Opera, because he literally from the poster looks like Freddy. So I want to see it. Not Adrian, movie collector. You guys should see Phantom of the Opera with Robert Englund. I actually enjoyed that one. Yeah, we'll definitely watch it. At one point I had it in my Amazon cart.
What are we watching tonight?
Good question. Just picked up Deep Impact, the new 4K. Should we watch that, everyone? Deep Impact?
Or Alita?
I know I have to rewatch it because it's a Cameron. Question. Is movie theaters out of... What? Question.
Out of style?
Out of style, in your opinion? Are movie theaters out of style? No, absolutely not.
No.
Nope. They are very much in.
I feel like they're underappreciated.
Judd, if you mean out of style, no, I love going to the cinema. Such a specific feeling when those lights go down and the pants come off. What? The fuck?
What are you doing in the theater?
Oh my God. I'm lukewarm on It Follows. I love It Follows. Yeah, see, it's very divisive.
The snail. Watch it again with the snail in mind.
She got ghost STP. Sexually transmitted penis. What else do we got here? What are you guys saying in the chat, you motherfuckers?
Filthy animals.
It follows everything but its own logic. I do like that one. Yeah. I don't know. When I watch a movie and it features a man naked standing on a roof with his dick and balls out,
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm in for the ride here. I don't care what logic's here. I mean, it's not very logical for an old man to have his dick and balls out on a roof, but
Says who?
they do.
Well, chlamydia, doesn't that come from koalas?
Chlamydia or gonorrhea was the first.
Then that implies,
yeah,
if it only comes from koalas, as far as I know, and us humans can have chlamydia. So
I Googled it. The first person to get an STD was a guy named, you're trying to get me again. But you know what? I'll humor you for a second here. So you can clip this and then put it on your Instagram. Ready? I'm going to act like I don't know what's going on here. Here we go. Start the clip. So let's see. Next comment comes in from Horror and Morer. Are you a YouTube channel we're familiar with? I Googled it. The first person to get an STD was a guy named Holden Medick. Oh, Horror and Morer. Oh my God. You got me. And end clip right there.
Brilliant acting.
Thank you.
Brilliant acting.
Haley, A24 should pick up that snail movie you were talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
From A24.
I mean, you can have movies based off of video games and books and whatever. Memes. The
Yeah.
snail.
Oh God, don't tell Hollywood that. Don't tell Hollywood that. Question.
Snail.
In your opinion, are movie theaters out of style? I'm asking because we have digital movies now.
You have to
No, like I honestly hope how I hope physical media never dies, you know? I hope theaters never die. Even though
people
it's
just don't want to get
inevitable.
off their asses and go
inevitable.
see a movie somewhere else.
True. Our movie theater still looks great. There's always packed with people every time we go. Good. Good to hear, man.
I will say though, like the whole debate with the prices of concessions, like I get it, but in the same breath, we were just, well, I shouldn't say we. You were watching the flick pick and I was listening. Like it would make so much more sense to deflate the price of concessions because then people will stop sneaking in
Candy. Yeah.
and buy from you, and more so, like they'll keep coming to your theater and buying, you know? Because like every time we go give money to Target or something, dollar store, to bring in candy.
Yeah. Yep. You heard it here, everybody. We do sneak in stuff. Fritzky, what's going on there? Gabriel Luna's stunt double. Hi, guys. I'll make a top 5 favorite first time watch list from April. You love your top 5s, man. I know you do. I know you love that shit. I don't know if I'm just getting older. It seems like theaters are getting louder.
Like the movies or the people in them?
Good question. Give me the $10 million. I can pay someone to keep the snail in a cage on the other side of the world and keep an eye on it.
Well, what if the snail tries to get out? Because it is a smart snail.
Yeah.
It is a smart snail.
Number 5, Dogville. Number 4, Santa Sangre. 3, Catch Me If You Can. 2, Beau is Afraid. 1, Collateral from Michael Mann, Tom Cruise, Jamie Foxx. Hell yeah, that's a great movie, man. Haven't seen Beau is Afraid. I have seen Catch Me If You Can. I enjoyed it. Haven't seen the other 2. What about you?
I haven't seen any.
Okay. Mad at myself. Never saw any of those that I listed a lot sooner.
Yeah, that's what always happens.
Well, how could you have seen Beau is Afraid sooner? It's brand new.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm going to run. Great chat. You guys take care. Haley's looking forward to the Universal Monster. Or Haley, looking forward to the Universal Monsters video. Good night, everyone. Good night, movie collector. Thanks for being here, hanging out with us, talking movies, talking shop, as they say. Evil Dead 2 is my movie for tonight.
As it should be.
Evil Dead. Hell yeah, Haley.
Yeah. Let's go.
I still need to watch Evil Dead 1 and 2. Are you not able to watch 2 with Nadia tonight, Kev? You're talking about the Hays Code. It's a lot. It's out. It outlaws. It outlaws of restrictions on movies starting in the early 30s and was in place in the 60s.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm talking about. I always forget the name of it, but it actually was like it was out of place in the 60s, but it definitely was less strict in like the mid 50s. So
Holtz is an interesting case. He's not really a leading man, but too good to be just a character actor.
Yeah, that's kind of how we got like Some Like It Hot, even in like the 50s.
Renfield, weakly written but fun. What Renfield was just okay. $65 million. Yeah, that's crazy. I still need to watch Renfield, says Tony.
You're not missing too much, Tony.
The headsets last 56 minutes.
Not even an hour.
Stretch out the headsets. That's what I do when I get gaming ones. Oh, so we should stretch them out, kind of thing. Because they're great headsets. I mean, you know, like they are. I like how they look. So do something like this. You're talking, Nadia.
So they get even wider.
Yeah, right. I don't know. It's just like the pressure, like right here on toward the bottom of my ear. It like pushes on there. So, anyways, I don't know. We'll look into it. Let's see here. I generally hate Rob Schneider, but somehow I love Deuce Bigelow movies. Well, I
How?
I like the first one. European Gigolo is bad. It's definitely bad.
And you like the car crash scene in Animal?
And the Animal, yeah. It's a string on the bike that they pull for the bike scene. It's as rudimentary as that, but it's still because I don't see the string. So
you don't don't see the string, and like the pedals are moving. So like, how are the pedals moving?
Yeah, I don't know. Also, let's pull this down for a second. There we go. Help you out there.
I'm small.
There you go. Help you out so you're more above the comment. Let's see. What are you fuckers talking about here? That wasn't genuine. That doesn't count. No take backsies. She's talking about the clip.
Oh.
The clip. Laughing my ass off. What the fuck are we talking about? Something about holding the dick. All right, we're gonna pause right there. We're gonna star that. We'll come back to the chat once you guys make some more.
Make some noise.
Yeah, make some noise. Let's see here. Let me switch this around 1 second. Boom, right there. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Do you guys also hear the stat? Do you also hear the? I don't know. I'm just kidding. If you know, you know. That's from last night. Anyways, let's see here. Let's move on.
You're kind of off your rocker tonight.
I'm off my fucking rocker tonight. Let's see. What do we got? Where did we end? Oh, yes. Okay, so I was excited for this one because this one we watched April 15th, which is the sinking of the actual Titanic. And so I was like, well, we've already rewatched Titanic in theaters. Let's watch the next Leo and Kate movie that I've never seen, Revolutionary Road. This movie is great. It's just an acting powerhouse kind of movie. It's basically Marriage Story before Marriage Story was Marriage Story. And I think it's better because it has the built-in chemistry of Leo and Kate versus ScarJo and Adam Driver having to make the chemistry from the get-go. You know what I mean? So this has that going for it. Plus, anytime you get a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio screaming is worth the price of admission to me. What did you think of this movie?
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
No. It just made me mad. Like,
they're not likable.
they are not
they're
likable. I was
likable.
rooting for no one.
Nope.
But like with Marriage Story, you're somehow rooting for neither of them, but also both of them. It's like, it makes you think a little more.
Mhm.
And maybe it's because they don't have chemistry, Adam Driver and ScarJo, that's what makes you think like, all right, what are we dealing with here? The only thing I liked is that in Titanic, we got Leo dying, and in this movie, spoiler, we got Kate Winslet dying.
Yeah, it's really neat that way. I wonder if they did that on purpose.
Yeah, it just made me mad. Like the shit that they did to each other was just like,
Yeah, he has an affair, she has an affair.
and then they're just kind of like, okay,
And then there's a baby, and then they talk about getting an abortion.
Yeah,
it's
and
crazy.
and it's all set in the 50s because sure it is.
But that's what I loved about it, because I think a lot of us think the 50s, like we think of the 50s as like, like, oh, it was
The
so much
golden
better. It was so much
age.
better back then. But it's like, nah, like shit, like the shit that happens now, it was happening then too. You know what I mean?
It's just,
And Kathy Bates is in this movie too.
yeah.
So that's a really cool. And then
Titanic reunion.
literally the movie ends. I love the way this movie ends, because the whole movie she's like a real estate person, and then at the end of the movie, because she like is like,
Yeah,
she's
trying
always
to
like
talk up a house.
well, no, but she's always talking to them
Oh yeah.
like very positively,
Like, you're my favorite
like
people.
I love hanging with you guys. At the end of the movie, she's like shit talking them, and then her husband turns down his
Yeah, his hearing aids, so it's
Hearing
just
aid.
nothing.
and it's so good. It's just like, it shows like, even they're having problems. It's just like, it's just really good. It has an early performance, I think, from David Harbour from Violent Night and Stranger Things.
Yeah. Who
Yeah,
dicks down Kate
I just
Winslet.
love Leo and Kate, like they're like a Adam and Drew kind of thing for me.
Yeah,
So,
but it's like, and maybe I'm also biased because you see them like hopelessly in love with each other in Titanic, and like they could never be separated. And then in this one, it's like, God, get a divorce.
yeah.
So it's like, this is not satisfying to me. This is not what I wanted Jack and Rose to be.
Yeah.
So
Next up, did you watch anything between there?
Next
Next up, April 16th, we watched Charlie Chaplin's The Circus from 1928. This one I loved.
Yes.
Well, I didn't love it. I still my favorite Charlie Chaplin is the kid. But this one was fun. It has a phenomenal sequence in like the Hall of Mirrors. I
Yeah.
love that. That was fun.
This is his last silent film,
I
I
think
believe.
so. I believe, yeah. It's good. You know, Charlie Chaplin
Yeah,
is
anything with mirrors, I love.
yeah, it's fun. Definitely better than City Lights, I think. And that might be
Yes.
controversial because
I also really like the sequence with him in the lion cage.
that was fun right there on the poster.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
But he's like in the cage.
Yeah.
He's just with the little guy.
Definitely check it out if you like Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, and-
Speaking of, oh, go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, I'm really biased because where you love movies that take place in malls as like your little niche, I really love things that take place like that have to do with like the circus or carnivals or
So this was right up your alley.
yeah.
You said that he was in the cage. Speaking of cage, next up we watched 8mm with Nicolas Cage. What'd you think? Neither of us liked it.
Yeah.
Which I was really upset about because it's directed by Joel Schumacher. The plot or like the idea of it is great. It's like this private detective comes across this like snuff film and he has to get to the bottom of it. Is it real? Is it fake? Did they actually kill someone in this snuff film? I love the idea of it. The execution of this movie is, I think, piss poor.
Yeah, I was just sitting there, like, it was very slow.
Ugh, but it has an
And-
early Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh my god, baby,
Yeah,
pierced and
and I
hair
thought,
dyed and crop topped,
and I thought him in Signs was young.
oh my god, he's a fetus.
Yeah,
He's like a baby.
yep.
Oh my god, yeah.
I didn't
Again,
like it.
Nick Cage putting in his whole dick and balls in his role.
Yeah, he really does. Remember, there's like he's watching the snuff film and he's like, yeah. He's watching the snuff film. He's watching the like beating of this woman, and he's just like, oh.
It's,
He's putting his dick and balls in this movie.
it's like
But it's funny because it's Nick Cage.
yeah, but it's also like there's another meme where it's like if you're reading like a controversial book like in public and you wince to let people know that you don't agree with it.
It's that.
It's
It's
like-
that scene. That's funny.
So he's wincing to let people know that he doesn't agree with the stuff.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, God, between this and Videodrome, can we get like a good dark web-esque snuff film movie?
Well, you had because like it's funny. This whole movie is like the characters other than Nicolas Cage in the movie are like snuff films don't exist.
Yeah.
They're not a thing.
Yeah, they're not real.
Snuff films are not real. They are an illusion. They're
fake.
They are a product of lies and deception. And Nick Cage is like, oh, I disagree. I disagree. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the
And he
snuff.
does.
I'm gonna find the snuff.
Well, it all go like it's also like weird, really like fucked up agenda about like the porn industry. Like, I mean, more so than
But it's
already
not even
is.
like I was expecting like real like hardcore shit in this movie. It's not even that hardcore.
No,
It's really not, you know.
no, it's just this guy called Machine.
Machine, yeah. Fuck.
And that was funny. It's this guy called Machine that's like this main dude in his movies who's this buffed up, like macho and tattooed, and he has a mask on, and he's known for being like the most vicious BDSM person ever. And then you unmask him, and it's just this guy, and I think his name's Jerry.
Yeah.
He's like a dweeber.
God, I didn't like this movie. Happy I didn't buy. I think it's on like Shout Factory or something. We just rented it. Happy I didn't buy the Shout. Anyways, what'd you watch?
I watched shout out to our boy Dave McCrae, who we just had on for an evening with.
Yep.
Check that out. That was a fun episode.
He most likely will be back.
Yes. I watched for the first time, surprisingly, his chapter 1 of It's Me, Billy.
Yeah. I was like, that's your homework. You have to watch It's Me, Billy
And I
before we
did
get
it.
him on.
I completed my assignment. Granted, I'm not the biggest fan of Black Christmas. Neither of us are.
But it's better than Black Christmas.
It is better than Black Christmas. There's a lot about it just surrounding the film itself that I think I like more than the film itself.
Mhm.
Just, you could feel the love in it, and it's a passion project, and it just makes me excited for like the line of work that I'm in. So
And does it
there's
get you excited for chapter 2, which is
yeah,
currently Indiegogoing?
yeah. I mean, I want to see the conclusion. It
I'm picking up the double Blu-ray perk. Are you gonna pick up like just like
I'll do something.
your name in the credits perk, $10,
I'll do something.
something like
I'll
that?
think about it.
T-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to look at them again. But yeah, I mean, yes, it's amateur, but it's it
It's amateur by definition.
yeah, that's what
That's
I
it.
meant.
That's
That's
it.
what I meant.
It's anything but amateur.
Yeah,
It just unfortunately has to be labeled that because it's a fan film.
yeah. So like you can't really make money off of it but it's good. I mean, even if you aren't a fan of Black Christmas or if you haven't even heard of Black Christmas, who knows? Check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
And it's based on the original Black Christmas, not any of the remakes or anything.
Which is cool because in chapter 2, which is crowdfunding right now, they got Olivia Hussey to come back. So
Yes.
the original star of the original movie.
Yes. So that was neat. And it's not even long. It's like 45 minutes on YouTube for
Yep.
free.
It's on free. It's on YouTube for free. Check it out.
Yeah. I don't even think there's ads, right?
I don't know. We have ad blocker.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And then after that, I watched another Criterion, Merrily We Go to Hell from 1932.
What a title.
Yeah. I love that title.
Merrily We Go to Hell.
Like,
You should put that on the board.
Merrily We Go to Hell. Yeah, I will. We have this little like coffin felt board with like letters that you could put on it.
Right now it says, "When we're together, darling, every night is Halloween."
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll change that. And I mean 1932, it's again a Criterion, so if you are a fan of the Criterion collection like I am and you're trying to get through all of them, I would highly recommend. It's very taboo. It was interesting because like you were saying about Revolutionary Road, we think of times of old as being this perfect and clean cut and like picture perfect sort of living. But here we have, this this rich girl and this like up and coming well, I shouldn't even say up and coming, but like this lower class writer get together, they marry, and then their marriage has problems. Like he has an affair like with like his ex, and she's like, you know what, if you want to do that, fine. Then they have like an open marriage, and it's like thinking of like an open marriage in 1932, it's like that was even like a thing. And the way it was executed, and it has everything comes full circle because the star oh wait, no, I'm thinking of somebody else.
Never mind. Disregard.
Disregard.
Move on.
Disregard. I was thinking of somebody else.
Cool. Merrily We Go to Hell. And you liked it, yeah?
And I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Cool.
I was thinking of another old time actress.
All right, here we go. Next up, you see my shirt right here. Let me just quickly make it full screen.
Oh, you can show off your shirt, but I can't show off my
Well, because mine
shirt.
is already in frame. See? Rob Zombie, ladies and gentlemen. Rob Zombie. And we watched The Lords of Salem. Man, oh man, do I enjoy this movie, the crap out of this movie. I enjoy this movie quite a bit. This is my favorite Rob Zombie movie, officially. Haven't seen all of his movies, but this is officially my favorite. It's his most non-Rob Zombie-ish movie. What did you think?
I wanted to like it so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to like it so bad.
And you didn't.
I didn't. I don't know. Like, it was a little too much.
Well, you like Rob Zombie when he's doing his white trash thing.
Ironically, isn't that funny? I don't know.
Like, and this is the other one I was talking about earlier, where it's like kind of culty and witchy and
Yeah.
all
So
that shit.
it has everything. It has everything
It's
that I
got
would have
Sherry
liked.
Moon Zombie's cheeks,
Yeah.
some nip.
It has everything that like I would have wanted it
Got
more.
a killer like creepy musical thing. The record she plays,
Yeah.
The Lords of Salem. That's creepy.
And it has like old naked people. That's what you find creepy.
Yeah, old naked people are definitely creepy.
I don't know. Maybe
Um,
I have to watch it again. I have to let it sit and I have to, like, in a couple months, watch it again.
Yeah, give it another chance. It's definitely his most non-Rob Zombie-ish movie.
And you're biased because they're also like podcasters.
Oh yeah, I like that aspect. It's kind of like, the Good Morning Vietnam thing. They have the headsets and the microphones and everything. That's always cool to see in a movie. But yeah, it's to me, this is Rob Zombie doing his best Shining story. And that's what I love about it, because I love the Shining is my favorite horror movie. So to see someone, in my opinion, emulating that is really neat.
I don't know. Maybe it was like the imagery I thought was a little too much.
Hmm.
Like, you can have like an artistic sort of what the fuck, and you can have a what the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And when you start having like Patrick the Star coming out of her vajay, that's kind of where you lost me.
That's right. Yeah, there's like dildos and stuff. They're jerking dildos
And
off
like
and stuff.
big baby, and now I was just like, what?
It's a wild movie. Check it
Like,
out.
Maybe there's some meaning that I'm missing. Like, I just don't like. I don't know.
She doesn't know. Speaking of like what the fuck, we watched Russell Crowe be unhinged for 90
Russell
minutes
Crowe being Russell Crowe.
with a big ass beer belly.
Holy
And
shit.
holy
and sweat stains.
And oh my god, did I like this movie? I didn't love it. I liked it.
Hated this
And
movie.
by the way, we watched it on 420. 420, yo! On 420, we got unhinged.
I hated this movie.
So you hated it. I didn't love it, but I liked it. It's to me, it's funny. Basically, the plot of the movie is this woman is in traffic and she like honks at him really, like she holds the honk down. She doesn't give him, like he says, a light tap, like a courtesy tap.
Well, the thing is, he's sitting at a green light, like with the right of way, like with the turn.
Like he could go, and
he's supposed to go. Like that's just law of the land.
She honks at him,
as you do.
Yeah, and then it's just from that point on, he's pissed. He's perpetually pissed.
And then
like the movie starts and he blows a house up. He's perpetually pissed in this movie. He hates everything and everyone.
He goes after everything and everyone that you love.
It's great. It's so to me it's like that movie The Call. Like I love movies like that. Like I don't know, like movies on the road where we're trying to catch somebody or someone's trying to catch someone. It's just I love shit like that. There's a great scene where he's in a cafe and he murders this guy in a cafe, and everyone's filming it for social media. It's great shit. It's funny. It's not to be taken super seriously, but to me, this is a highlight of Russell Crowe's career. Unhinged.
If you learn anything from this movie, it's put a password on your phone if you don't have one.
Yeah.
That's it. The whole movie would have been solved if she had a password.
Like how I have like the pattern kind of thing. Don't have, or like have the facial recognition because your face isn't there, but
yeah. So
I liked it.
Like literally this whole movie wouldn't exist if she has put a password on her phone.
Yeah. I liked it. It's a fun time at the theater, even though we weren't at a theater. All right. So speaking of Unhinged, next up after we got Unhinged on April 21st.
God, it's just a streak of me not liking things.
Yeah. We went to hell with Drag Me to Hell.
Maybe I would like it if we watched the unrated version.
Maybe. But a lot of people recommended that we watch this over time. So we finally succumbed to that recommendation and we watched Drag Me to Hell, the rated version. And I trust me, I wanted to like this movie because it's got the Scream King himself, Justin Long.
He didn't die.
It's Sam Raimi, and I didn't like it. I just did not like this movie. The only thing I did like about this movie is the scene that's spoiled in the trailer where she's laying down to go to sleep. And like, I love when movies do that. I just hoped and wished that it was going to be a one take thing, because Justin Long is next to her. She gets up, she thinks she hears something, and then she lays back down, and then it's like the old lady. So I wish they would have done that in one take kind of thing, but they didn't.
Yeah. This movie just made me want to die.
This movie made me realize I prefer Sam Raimi when he's not doing horror.
Well, it just put me, like, if you've ever worked in customer service.
The whole bank scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, having to suck up.
And the gooey sound effects.
Yeah,
Her
the
taking
goo-
her teeth out and stuff.
Oh, I was gonna throw up.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
Oh my god, there were a lot of scenes in here that made me want to throw up.
A lot of gooey sound effects.
And like I think there was like something with the eyes.
Oh
That,
yeah, a lot of eye shit.
yeah, that made
Yeah.
like I really wanted to throw up.
Yep.
And that just makes me think, what's the unrated version? And
Well, funny enough, they're the same exact length. They clock in at the same time.
so what's different?
Exactly. So what's the point?
Well, that's what we have to find out.
It's not like they added anything.
No,
They just changed things around, probably made it more graphic.
maybe.
Who cares?
But
Still a bad movie in our
yeah,
opinion.
if you've ever worked in customer service, and especially if you're in a position where you have to like suck up to your boss to like
Mhm,
somehow work farther up the ladder,
mhm.
and you have to like deal with customers, whether like, because like I think I'm a good person, but like when it comes to customers, like
They can make you unhinged.
they can make me unhinged for real. And it's like, God, it just put me in a place where it's like, man, I don't want to feel like I'm at work right now.
So here's the question: would you rather rewatch Drag Me to Hell or Unhinged?
Drag me in hell.
What? What?
At least there was a goat
Unhinged had Russell Crowe with a beer belly.
and sweat stains.
Yes.
Like I could smell him through the
and
screen.
being unhinged.
No, I don't want to watch that movie again.
All right, moving on. We watched in preparation for the evening with
Well, oh,
with Xander and Jeanette. We watched a movie from each of their filmographies. So we watched the Xander movie, Air Force One, with Harrison Ford. Get off my plane. From 1997, and you and I both collectively agree that the hijacking is the best part.
yeah, the first act of the movie
Is
is
good.
great.
Yeah,
Great.
it's really good.
And then when you get to like the second,
It's
what?
a little too long. This movie.
Yeah.
It's like 2 hours, I think,
Yeah.
and they should have trimmed it down to an hour and a half.
Yeah. The hijacking is the best part. Like once they're all, once that's all settled, it's like, come on.
Come on, do it. Get to the end. But Gary Oldman is. I don't know if I like him or not.
It
in
just
this.
reminds me how tiny of a human he is.
Yeah.
Like, God, you have him trying to intimidate Harrison Ford, this like 6 foot, sort of like really athletic, even in this movie, could like curb stomp you if he really wanted to. And then you have Gary Oldman, this little manlet who like it's like, get off, like shake your ankle, like get off. Like, go away. Like go. I wanted to like put him in timeout. It's like a tiny little dude.
Yeah.
How tall is Gary Oldman?
But yeah, it's an experience. I'm happy I didn't pick up the Steelbook. I contemplated it, but did not pick it up. All right, what did you watch between Air Force? Did you watch anything?
Yes, I did. I watched despite that slew of shit, piss, and garbage,
Uh-huh.
I watched 3 movies. I watched I Am Legend.
Oh, wait, hold on. How did you watch this? Because this has to be at some other point. Because remember, we watched Air Force One, did the stream, and then we watched the next movie. So this must have been before.
This was Drag Me to Hell. Watch these, then Air Force One.
Oh, so this is before.
This was before.
This
You
is
skipped
before
it.
Air
and-
Force One.
Yeah, this was before.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
I watched I Am Legend.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Will Smith.
Great movie. Definitely an interesting one. That
You know
makes
they're
me.
making a sequel, right?
There's talks about it.
No, it's literally happening. Him and Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. All right, you're lucky. They're lucky I like Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, interesting movie. It makes me want to watch the Vincent Price one.
Yeah, that's
1950 something.
something. Is it called I Am Legend?
No, it's called The Last Man on Earth.
Okay.
And yeah, because it's based on a book.
From Richard Matheson.
Yeah, and yeah, I really like the premise too. Just Will Smith unhinged. You're alone, completely by yourself,
Talking to fucking mannequins.
talking to mannequins. But real like it took me a lot longer than it should have. Like why did one of his mannequins, do you remember their names? I doubt
Oh
it.
no, I don't know.
He was moved from the video store to like a bridge, and I realized that it was because of the vampire people. They probably moved it. but it's like if they don't have brain function really, then I digress. He's like, "How did you get there? How did you get there?"
Yeah, it's good.
I was like, "How did he get
It's almost
there?"
like Tom Hanks talking to Wilson.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. See? Because really you have to think of how that would be on your psyche.
Mhm.
Because it's 3 years of him being completely by himself with his dog.
Yep.
What would you do? You would go insane. Like in people who are in like solitary confinement, it's like that's one thing. If you have like it's like that one episode of SpongeBob where everybody it's like no SpongeBob day and everybody just leaves and he's in the town by himself. He's like, "Where did everybody go?" And he has to like impersonate all of the people to try and feel like normal. Yeah, and great movie. Great movie. Then I did a Kubrick double feature.
Kubrick double feature. Wow.
I did 2001
Uh-huh.
Space Odyssey.
Yep.
Great movie.
Great.
Well, I mean,
classic movie.
what's there to say that hasn't already been said? Only thing is like baby?
At the end?
Yeah.
Star Child.
Baby? Why baby? Yeah, this movie actually kind of like I felt like I was melting into the couch.
Especially when he like goes into space towards the end. It's just like
Well, it's like I was watching things, but like I could monkey.
monkey.
Monkey. Like okay, when your movie starts out with 20 minutes
of
monkey, you know you're in for a treat.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
20 minutes. Like I'm pretty sure all of the dialogue in this movie can fit on one sheet of paper.
Probably.
The rest of it's just music and monkey. Yeah, this movie kind of fucked me up. Start with monkey and you end with baby.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in between doesn't matter.
And after that, you got more fucked up with
Clockwork Orange.
Cockwork Orange.
Cockwork. Quite literally.
A little old of the ultra violence.
Yeah.
A little bit of the ultra violence.
This movie also made my brain feel like goo because it took me about like half the movie to actually understand what the fuck they were saying with or without subtitles.
Mhm.
Like I was even looking at the subtitles like, what is this? Like,
What's
are these
going on
words?
here?
Like, and I know it's like their made up language, but you sort of like get it. Like, I think I definitely have to rewatch the movie to really understand what the fuck that they're saying. Yeah, what a movie.
What a movie.
What a movie.
Is that it?
Yes. Yeah, I love Clockwork Orange. I'm singing in the rain. Singing that scene. One of the scenes that like freaked me out the most was not the eye scene,
Which is weird
which
because it should.
it did. Like, I'm not saying that it didn't. It definitely felt like I couldn't really watch it. I was like, ugh. And poor
Malcolm
McDowell,
McDowell.
because he really scratched his cornea.
Oh.
There. Yeah, so that made me feel gooey. But it was like a couple seconds where the guy in the wheelchair, I think he's like a writer, he overhears Malcolm McDowell singing the same song that he killed his wife to, like raped and killed his wife to, while he's in the bathtub with the door closed. And it's a shot from underneath his chin, and his hands are pressed up against the door. And he's like shaking, like he's like seizing, and his eyes are all wide, and he's like, he could be foaming at the mouth for all we know. It was just a scary shot. Like, ugh.
I don't remember that.
I have to show you. It was like, and it cut to it. Like it cut from him just going like with his eye mask on, going sing it in the rain, and then the underneath. It was like it literally scared me. Like I jumped.
Wow. So that was all before Air Force One, and then we watched Air Force One, and then after the stream with Jeanette Goldstein, we watched a movie Laren sent us. Laren sent Near Dark.
Near Dark.
Unfortunately, Laren, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a fan of Catherine Bigelow because she directed Point Break. but she also directed this. I didn't like it.
It's
It's got like all the cast members of Aliens, which is cool. It's got Bill Paxton, completely unhinged,
hot.
and Lance Henriksen, Jeanette Goldstein. It's like vampires in like a western.
It's vampire, cowboy, vampires. What's there not to like, people? People.
I don't know.
Vampire, cowboy. Like, those are literally my two vices. Cowboys and vampires.
Well, there you go. So you liked it.
Of course I did.
So it was 50-50 for us, Laren.
It was also interesting because I don't think I've ever seen a vampire get cured before.
Yeah, with like a blood transfusion.
Yeah, you see them get killed. Like, you know how to kill a vampire, but how do you cure a vampire?
Yeah, good question.
So, like, was the method a little cheesy? Maybe, but it was like, huh, that proposes an excellent question.
I don't know. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Next up's Evil Dead Rise. What did we think? Here we go.
You're skipping my
We'll talk about it. Nadia, I hope you'll still be our moderator, and I hope you'll still have
quit.
us. I hope you'll still have us in October.
She's putting in her 2 weeks.
To me, Evil Dead Rise is anything but a masterpiece. It's just the best part, like the thing about it that is a masterpiece is the opening with the logo coming out of the water.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's really neat. Other than that, this movie, like, there's nothing new about this movie that I haven't seen before.
No.
Possessed mom coming after her kids. It's like, we've definitely been here before, definitely done this before. Is the woman that plays the mother creepy? Yes, she's definitely creepy.
Eeny.
Yeah, get out of
Mighty.
here. Negan did that better. I don't know. There's just like there was nothing original about this movie to me, and everyone's like jizzing over this thing.
To me, it felt like a video game. Funny enough, like I can't quite explain how, but it gave off like Telltale video game vibes.
Interesting.
And maybe that's also why I liked it, but I liked it. So I did like it on my letterbox because I have a bloodlust. What can I say?
Yeah.
And this delivered.
Also, this movie has a bunch of Shining references. There's the most
Yeah.
obvious one's the elevator.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, there's even a comparison I found online. But the other one is that
meme.
there's literally a shot that is similar to the one Jack Nicholson does, where he's holding onto the freezer door after being locked in by Wendy, and it's from under him.
That's like the one that I was talking
in
about.
Clockwork Orange. So then they do it in Evil Dead Rise, where it's underneath the mom trying to get back in, I think, to the apartment.
Maybe.
And I was like, ugh, Shining. God.
Yeah, I won't deny any of that. But I don't know, like I kind of like it.
You kind of liked it.
You know, the story necessarily of the book, I feel like I'm not a big fan of like, ooh, scary book. And like the son was a complete numbnut. Like, let me just go play these records on my little system. And expect nothing to happen. Like the book got teeth. What do you expect from it? So it's like I'm pushing that aside. Whatever happened after it, it's like, okay, I'm here for it because you have to set up the premise somehow. And yeah, just like the cheese graters.
Ooh, on her leg. Yeah.
I like felt that. Like if you ever like shave your legs and like you cut yourself, like, there's like a lot of things that made me go ew. And also the monster conglomerate at the end, that was definitely something. See, that's like what the fuck imagery that I can get behind. I don't know what I was looking at, but it was something. It was moving.
Yeah.
And it was scary. Well, not scary, but it was like, oh, that certainly is something on my screen. And then obviously the chainsaw, Bruce Campbell.
And he's like a voice on the record or something.
he's something, like, he appears, I think, like, on The Voice on the Record, but I'm also pretty sure that he's, like, the homeless guy
Okay.
walking.
Huh.
Yeah, and being in an apartment rather than, like, the log cabin, I liked
Okay.
because apartments are really, like, claustrophobic. But, like
Huh.
and the cabin's really claustrophobic, but, like, for a whole different reason. Like, because you're just in the middle of nowhere in the woods, you're by yourself. Whereas, like, you're in an apartment, apartments are small, and you're trapped on the floor that you're on. I also really like the shots, like, through the peephole,
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
and then the sort of the blood you could see dripping
The
down the
guy,
peephole.
like one of the tenants with the shotgun getting
Yeah.
blown away or whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean,
It was.
I
I'll
I
never see it ever again.
like, I
But
don't like it for the plot, okay? I don't like it for the plot whatsoever.
yeah,
I liked it for
blood, guts,
what it
and
was
cheese grater.
cheese graters. I liked it for what it was showing on the screen,
Cool.
and yeah. Oh, and the scissor through the nose,
Mhm.
like, this is ugh. Ugh.
What else did you watch?
I watched Wes Anderson's second film, Rushmore,
Rushmore.
uh, inspired by when we did our Rushmore stream, our Mount Rushmore stream, uh, for the namesake alone, because 'cause I'd never seen it. It was cute. It was certainly a movie. I don't like it any more than, like, the Wes Andersons that I have seen, so it's kinda, like, on the bottom of my list as of right now. That doesn't mean I don't like it. It's basically this kid sort of falls in love with a teacher at his school, puberty in, like, 15-year-old boys, how that goes, and you know how that goes.
Mhm.
And obviously can't pursue anything even though he's, like, trying his damnedest because he's all like, "I'm Mr. Perfect, like, I wear a suit and tie to school, so I'm, like, great." But that's called pedophilia, and that's not cool. And she's like, "I really like, what are you not getting? Like, I cannot date you. Like, this nothing can happen. What?" But then it's funny because he's way too young for her. And then you have Bill Murray, the Bill Murray, also falls in love with this teacher, and he's way too old for her.
Mm.
But they end up starting something, and it's like you could just tell that it's Wes Anderson. It
Mhm.
has his charm. It has his aesthetic. It's cute, and it's really cute because this kid is like a playwright, and that's why he's like in this really prestigious school. And the way that the scenes, like the major scenes change like throughout the months is a curtain close and then it puts up the month and the curtains open. Ooh, and then the curtains open. So it's cute.
Hmm.
It works like a play.
Interesting.
So, yeah, Wes Anderson.
And that's it.
Yep.
Alrighty. And then, in my opinion, I thankfully ended the month on a high note because watched Ship of Dreams, Titanic movie diaries from Miss Alexandra Boyd, who was on the channel last night. And I thoroughly enjoyed this. This is a 90-minute documentary highlighting a bunch of different cast members that are of the lower tier when it comes to the characters in the movie Titanic from James Cameron. And they all kept diaries, and it recounts their experiences making the movie. And you have to be a fan of Titanic, I think, to enjoy this one. You did not.
Well, there were parts that no criticism toward Alexandra.
Yeah,
Like,
no, you're just not a fan of the movie in general. That's why you weren't on last night.
yeah, I'm just not like, I loved the outlook of it. Like, I love the whole diary thing. Are I love people who are so in love with their passion, like with the people who like crafted the costumes bead for bead
Yeah,
and who go and collect uh, you know, dining sets from the wreck and
yeah, that's wild shit.
yeah, people who just love what they love
Mhm.
and they aren't afraid to show it. Like it makes me feel good, like because I also love like sort of nichey things. Like the Titanic, I'd say is pretty nichey in terms of like something that people are really passionate, like feel really strongly about. And it makes me go like, yeah, I shouldn't be ashamed to love what I love. And it's very heartwarming. Like this documentary is very heartwarming. Like you have people getting emotional about being like feeling what they felt back when the movie was being made. And yeah, I'm just not like it's the subject matter itself. Like now if you did the same documentary about like, I don't know, a Tim Burton movie, I don't know.
You'd love it.
I would love it.
Yeah. So you have to be a fan of the movie it's highlighting. In my case, Titanic's a top 10 movie for me. So
Yeah, so that's the only reason why I didn't like it on my letterbox because I enjoy Titanic. I find the wreck, like the whole story of it, not story, but the whole event, the tragedy of itself, interesting. But I don't love anything about
cover
it.
your ears, Alexandra. You're not watching, but cover your ears.
Yeah, I don't love the movie. Like, it's not my favorite movie of all time. Like, I have to be in a mood to watch it. I'm sorry, Brittany. I'm sorry, Brittany.
Yeah, right.
Or like people can watch it like a million times, like once a day. I just, I don't know. It's an okay movie. What do
Yeah.
you want from me?
So that's how I ended the month with Ship of Dreams, Titanic Movie Diaries. I know you watched one more, right?
I think that was in May.
Oh, that was it? Oh, okay, cool. So you ended with Ship of Dreams as well.
Yeah, because when did you watch?
This is April 29th.
Yeah, so on the 30th? No.
Nothing.
No. Wait, so today's Thursday. That would have been. Yeah, I think this was in May.
Okay. We'll save it for May then. So that is everything we watched in the month of in the month of April. You can put it right here. In the month of April. And now the cool thing that we're going to be doing, that we'll introduce this new segment, then we'll get to the last remaining comments before we wrap up the stream, is let me pull this up. There we go. And then we'll make us this size. There we go. So here we go. You're not even looking.
Oh, I was looking at cheese.
Haley's pick of the month.
I
What
don't-
are you picking for your? This is the movie that you enjoyed the most / would recommend to people.
Can I do some honorable mentions?
No.
Okay.
Honorable mentions are cop outs.
Anyways, my pick of the month, I don't think should come as any surprise to anyone. You already guessed it before this stream. It's the Mario movie. It's the Mario movie. It's the Mario movie. We literally, well, it was your idea because I didn't see him when we were there, and I was like, yeah. We literally got a Mario movie poster to hang in our apartment.
Yep.
To celebrate.
We're at Five
Mario.
Below, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Five Below.
Yeah, you were like, look what I found, and it was the Mario movie, and I was like, oh. So we're literally putting a movie poster of it in our apartment.
Yep.
Yeah, Mario movie.
That's your pick.
Can't wait for the sequel, the inevitable sequel.
Oh yeah, it's coming. You don't make $1 billion and not make a sequel.
And just leave it at that.
So that's her pick. Haley's pick of the month is the Super Mario Brothers movie. My pick for the month of April is what do you think? Because you haven't guessed. And I'm not changing my mind. I'm solidifying it right now.
I have to look at Letterboxd again because I'll be honest, I don't remember everything.
Oh, here, I'll pull up. Do you want to look? Oh, wait, you're looking.
I already have it.
Okay. Also, chat room, if you want to try to guess my pick of the month. I don't think it's as obvious as Haley's was.
Yeah, mine was pretty obvious.
What do you got?
I don't know. I kind of have a few.
That's why it's not obvious.
I'm going to go with the Lords of Salem.
Titanic Movie Diaries.
Wow.
Sorry, Ship of Dreams, Titanic Movie Diaries. Got that shit out.
I was going to say that, but you were like, it's not something that you would expect. So that's why I didn't say a Titanic thing.
Well, that's why I don't think you'd expect that because it's like a documentary. It's really not a movie.
No, I expected that because Titanic.
Okay.
I was like, all right, what's something I don't expect?
Yeah, the Lords of Salem would be the runner-up.
And I was like, yeah, you're wearing the shirt.
So go
you-
ahead. I just gave my runner up. So go ahead. Yeah, I did this as a red herring.
Because you don't have a Titanic shirt.
Yeah, which is weird to me.
You don't have a Titanic shirt?
I'd love to have a shirt with Kate Winslet's boobs.
No, like one of those shirts that you get like in a shop like on Daytona Beach or something, and it's like the neck starts like right here, and then you have like the boobs. And
Yeah,
it's, like
it's Kate Winslet's boobs.
it's Kate Winslet's boob, like in the necklace.
Yeah. Well, what's your runner up?
Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange. Cool. So there we go, everybody. That is those are our picks for the month of April. That's going to be a new recurring thing for these monthly wrap-ups here. All right, let's get to these last comments, and then we're gonna get the heck out of here because we've been going for over 2 hours.
Jesus Christ.
Let's see here. We're gonna just pick up a couple of these comments. I sneak in a Dr. Pepper, but still bought nachos. That's awesome.
I'm not gonna lie, nachos do always. I know they're just like chips and cheese, but they do always look good.
Rest in peace, my ears.
What did you do?
Oh, I think the static.
Oh,
Because then no special guest got me, dude.
Yeah, I was like, who are we bringing on right now?
That was creepy. What are you talking about? This? I love that effect. I love that I have that effect now.
No, like what would be even scarier is if you did that same. Well, if you know, you know. Like if you're watching TV, like picture you're a kid and you're watching TV way later than you should be, and
Mhm.
you get like one of those test alerts, and it like.
Yeah, no, that's creepy. Like the purge.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like, this is a test message for whatever. And it's like,
Oh yeah, it's creepy.
great. I wasn't gonna sleep tonight anyways.
Yes, Matthew, watch some Charlie Chaplin. Start with the kid. Start with the kid.
I mean, that's the first, right? His first
It's
feature
his,
length?
It's his directorial feature debut. Yes. Laren really likes 8mm and Videodrome, but you already knew that.
I'm sorry.
Love the Wayne's World reference, Haley.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody got that.
I remember my friends in high school talking about Lords of Salem. I still need to watch it. Yes, check that one out for
A
sure.
lot of movies you gotta catch up on, Matthew.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
Hey, nice new avatar.
Glad you can have us here. Or glad you could join us here. Sorry.
Have us here.
Love me some Drag to Hell. Still need to watch Drag Me to Hell. Love me some Sam Raimi movies. Yes. Drag Me to Hell is fun though.
There are some effects that are like
Yeah.
like
Bad.
like really bad.
Aged real poor.
Really bad.
Yo, what's going on, movies and trains?
Wait, what was it? Right? Was it Evil Dead Rise where like somebody took an eyeball out and then coughed it up and it shot in somebody's mouth?
Yeah, it's the mom.
Yeah, that was
Get off my plane. Great movie. Solid 90s action flick.
get off my plane.
Oh man, Arlington Road was so good. I'm glad you enjoyed it as well, Laren. Oh, there you go. Agreed, Cody. I really enjoyed Arlington Road, by the way. Yes, Haley, Near Dark Rules. It's a Western in disguise.
I love cowboys and I love vampires. You put them together and that's like
And he doesn't like Catherine because she divorced James Cameron. Yeah, how could you divorce James Cameron?
because he loves the ocean more than you.
Evil Dead Rise was a banger for sure.
Definitely.
I definitely jizzed over Evil Dead Rise.
Oh, Cody, you make me laugh.
I almost saw Evil Dead Rise, but Evil Dead fans were like, meh, nothing room.
Yeah, well, see, I'm not the biggest Evil Dead fan, like the biggest.
Each their own. It's okay to
so-
be wrong about a movie. Just kidding. I agree it's not the most original, but I love the eeriness of it.
It's okay to be wrong.
Still putting in my 2 weeks as a mod. That's funny.
Oh God. Oh, that made me so upset.
What?
Ripped the 3 large pizzas. Oh,
Yeah.
just straight on the ground.
Yeah, right.
Like, man, I mean, they were in a box, so maybe I would have still,
What's your take on this?
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Is that a good first, Wes Anderson?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
George Clooney is a fox.
It's a me, a Chris Pratt.
God, I think the movie would have been so much better.
Whoa, that's creepy.
Whoa.
Yeah, we got the one where it's like Mario running,
where
like
is it?
running.
Where is it?
I don't know. There's like one of Bowser. There's one of like the plumbing truck,
Yeah, and they're like,
and then this is the one that's the most like inclusive of the characters. It has most of the characters on there. They're like running. It's really
or the
cool.
jumping.
Yeah.
Wait, I think the movie would have been like 20 million times better if it wasn't like Chris Pratt, like just being Chris Pratt but with like a slight New York accent, but like him giving it his all to do an Italian accent, knowing fully he couldn't do an Italian accent.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know if you don't give a star rating, Eddie. I don't. No, I don't. Only 5 stars. Only 5 stars.
I give none.
Laren saying, "So glad you enjoyed a movie I sent. I did it.
You did it.
That's the poster. That's funny. So we got the exact same poster from Five Below. That's funny.
And I'm literally putting it by like my computer setup because that's like my gaming corner.
That's cool. But yeah, Laren, we watched a couple of the movies you've sent. We still have a couple more to watch. Starman,
Big Trouble.
Bad Moon. I know you sent that one.
Big Trouble.
Big Trouble, and yep. So yeah, dude. That's it, everybody. That's it, everybody. That's it.
I'm gonna count how many I watched.
How many did you watch quickly?
Keep them busy. Don't let them go away.
A B C D E F G H I J K Elemental motherfucking P Q R S T U V W X Y Z.
No way.
What?
7, 14, 21.
We just lost a viewer. They don't like my singing.
29, 30, 31.
Cool.
I watched 31. I watched
That's what
more
you
movies.
watched. 31. I watched less than that. So.
Yeah, I watched more movies than there are days in April.
There you go. Fun stream night, guys. Thanks for being here, Nadia. We appreciate you. Love your channel, obviously. Love you as a person. Love you, Kevin, as well. And yeah, we can't wait to get out there for we have to figure out the dates and everything for Halloween Horror Nights. And you said Disneyland, maybe. So, but Nadia and Kevin will be on the channel towards the end of May because we're going to be doing a Full House season rankings in honor of because I think May is something 25th. May 25th is when Full House wrapped in 1995. So it felt cool to do it on that day. So look forward to that if you're a Full House fan. That's coming up. Also, we're going to be having Vengeance Media on for a Fans of Something Live, Matt. We're also trying to get a couple other people on for either a Fans of Something Live or an evening with. Also, we have some videos that we're going to be filming. So look forward to all that good shit. You know the huge. Let's see here. Thanks, you two. Love talking movies with you. See you soon. Yep. We'll be back soon. Good night, everyone. Good night, Kevin. Bye. What about most disliked? Did you do that and I missed it? Nah. Did we do the most disliked?
No, you said no.
I don't have a graphic for it. Okay, well, let's just quickly do it. My most disliked movie of the month. I'm just off the top of my head. I'm going with my gut instinct. Is because also of the like potential 8mm.
8mm.
Yep.
My most disliked is Unhinged.
Unhinged. There you go. I have watched 2 seasons in 3 days for Full House. Wow, dude, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I know you're on Fuller House too, right? So, yep. But we're just doing Full House. We're not doing Fuller House.
That could be another stream eventually, even though I haven't seen Fuller
But
House.
Appreciate everybody for being here tonight. You're all literally the best. And we'll see you very, very soon. But of course, until we do, there's one thing you have to do. And that's keep being fans of something.